Yep. You're welcome to another favorite episode of the podcast that paved the way for other podcasts. Yes.
The
Yeah.
way pavers.
You- You're talking about the paving way and all that. Nah, I'm just joking with you guys, man. You're a
Julius
million.
Bega FC.
There are a million podcasts that were existing. People didn't know. People didn't just know. Yeah, it's loose talk, guys. It's loose
Yeah.
talk. It's loose talk. We're back again. We're back again. How's the weekend for you guys? Another Monday, another madness Monday, Monday madness, anyhow you want to put it. Whether you're driving right now, you're in the danfo, you're in the train, you're in the bus, I don't know, you're working from home, for all our work from what they
or
call
maybe
them?
or maybe or
W
maybe you're
W
or maybe you're jobless. You have to like really cover all angles. You,
I
you
was
can.
getting there. You interrupted
Okay.
me. You need
I'm
to,
sorry.
guy. You're a veteran in this podcasting now. You need to
Sorry.
know. They call it ebb and flows. You need to know these things now.
Sure.
I was still at the WFH guys, team
Do you, bro? Do
WFH.
you? Do you? Do you?
So whether you're working from home or whether you ain't got a home, you're pitching somewhere. You're with your guy or your girl. You're just chilling for now because things are a bit, but you're going to get yourself back for sure. For sure, we've all been there. You're
No,
squatting now. That's
no.
fine. Yeah, and if you're not even squatting, if you're floating, which
But
is the higher version
floating is
of
another level.
I used
No,
to be a
that's the
floater, by
madness.
the way. I was
Floating
a
is that
floater.
nobody don't agree make you stay at their house. Like nobody has given you that. Oh, come stay with me, right?
Mm-mm.
So you're just you're just there
Floating
floating.
is. Should I break down floating because I've been a
Please
floater
do.
for 3 months.
Please do.
Yeah, so floating, so squatting, we all know what squatting is, right? Squatting, you're
Yeah.
chilling at someone's place, right? You got your load there and everything. You're kind of set up, right? It's like your home, but like you're squatting, right? So you're not paying, the rent. You're not, doing any of that. You might be putting here and there. Oh, okay, we won't go shop. Make I follow you go shop now. Yourself, you go add mouth. Wash plates. Clean out the house, make everything look good. Yeah, you're squatting, but it's your guy, so it's really
Mm-hmm.
easy. Now, when you are floating, the squatter is the one that brings you in.
Yes.
Do you understand?
That's how it works.
That's how
Yeah.
it works. The squatter is bringing you in. So you are not squatting, but you are floating. Floating technically means your legs are not even on the ground. That's why they call it floating. Do you
Yeah.
understand? You're in and
Illegal
out. So
immigrant
floating.
status.
Thank you. Floating, basically, you're an alien. You're an alien. Floating means, or how do Americans say it? You're a dreamer.
Yeah. Daka.
So floating means you come in, you brush your teeth, you quickly have your bath very early in the morning, by the way. You don't want to. So the number one rule, let me give you number one rule as a floater. If anybody's planning to be a floater very soon, whether you're in uni or whatever, number one rule as floaters is that don't piss anybody off.
At all.
Do you understand?
You must
You
be
see that your
loyal.
ego you have, take it, right? Package it. You know how Amazon, for people that receive, in fact, not even Amazon, Jumia, you know how Jumia packages something so that the thing will not break. Jumia and Konga,
Yeah.
they will use sellotape to tape
double
the
wrap
thing
it.
1 million times. You even have to use a special serrated knife to always open up all your packages. That is how you should package your ego and throw it away.
Oh.
Because when you're a floater, you have to wake up. You have early in the morning. That's when you can use the bathroom. You quickly brush. You have your bath. You take your bath. You clean up everywhere. It's almost like nobody used the place when you get there, when the next person gets there. Because you don't want to
Yeah.
piss off the homeowner, and the squatter is just tolerating your ass. So that's one thing you can do. You are not sitting down and chowing meals with anybody. You're a floater. If you could afford to, contribute money for food, you can afford to be a squatter somewhere else.
Mhm.
So a floater, you are not around during the day. Do you understand?
Yeah. You're like a
You're not
ghost. You should
You
around.
not
have
be
to
seen.
be. You have to know how to
Yeah,
pick your moments.
you are literally a ghost. That's why you are floating. You are not around during the
Casper.
day. You come late at night. You just come in again. You perch. If there's somewhere for you to just arrange yourself, just arrange yourself. Not you don't own anything. No hangers. No nothing. Your load is just somewhere. Everybody say, "Oh, that will get that." Oh, okay, nah, this guy get. Okay, that guy be. That's how it is. That's floating 101. So, to all my floaters listening to this podcast, one day you will also be what? You will
A
also be
squatter.
homeowners.
No,
No,
no, no. You
don't
have
do
to
that.
squat first. They have to squat first
No,
now.
you can, bro. I went
Okay,
from
you can.
floating. I went from float. No, I actually went from floating to squatting. You're right. I think you're right.
Yeah,
You think about it. Shout
gradual,
out to my
Life
boy.
is about
gradual
life
Shout out
is
to
madness.
my.
on this podcast we always preach, we talk about like taking life gradually, taking all the
Yeah,
necessary steps to success, right? You can't jump here now. You can't jump
you can't
from
jump the
floating to
hustle.
come on now. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think so I went from funny enough, right? I went from being a so even when you are squatting, I have to tell you for a fact, when you are squatting, levels day for the squatting. There's a first grade squatter. The first grade squatter, if you are not careful, you think is actually the
The
homeowner.
owner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The first
You
grade
get
Yeah,
level
so
guy.
the first grade squatter always has an attitude. It's like
you
the
get
first
veto,
wife. Like
you get
for
veto
one
power.
damn fucking so all
Yeah.
the spotters or you're like a floater, you will just be the person will just be trash to that person. The
Yeah,
first
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
quarter
yeah,
is
yeah.
always has an attitude. I don't know. It's a universal law, right?
You know
So
why?
that's the
You know
first
why?
great quarter.
Let me
Why?
explain why. Let me explain why.
Well,
Resources are limited. He's the official
hmm,
pest. You
Yeah.
people cannot now be or the small way in the chop you want. I want the no. It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
you
It
understand?
must show. It must show that hierarchy that was here before you guys.
All right. So let me give you my own gist, right? So there we were. It's crazy. So there was a homeowner, right? The homeowner. Shout out to him. Then there was a squatter. There were one, two, three. There were four squatters. This is just one room, by the way. It was a face me face you room, right? So there was a homeowner. Then there were four squatters. Then one of the squatters, I think the first grade squatter or first or second grade squatter brought me. So I was
Yeah.
like a squatter, but not a floater, right? I was like a squatter floater.
Just between,
There's
just
also
dancing there.
is a register role. You are
Yeah,
playing both
yeah,
roles. It's like you're playing 4 and 6. Sorry, you're playing 4 and 10. It's
yeah.
a remember that season Ryan Giggs and John O'Shea were playing 4 and 10. That's you're a makeshift because
Yeah,
you with this moment, if you're in everybody's good books, if somebody travels, you're a squatter. If the
Yeah, yeah,
person
yeah,
is
yeah,
back,
yeah.
you've moved back into
hmm
Back to floating.
if anybody needs to get the fuck out of the room, it's you.
Yep.
You understand?
definitely,
Like you are the number one
definitely.
person who needs to get a hand. So I was like I was like a squatter floater, right? And it was a crazy, horrible experience. Then here's the golden. So here are some rules that you need to know. The homeowner brings his babe. Everybody's out of the room.
Facts.
Do you
Yeah,
understand? So,
yeah.
and the homeowner that we had, right, was a bad guy. Now the guy was a bit disabled. He wasn't using any crutches or all that, right?
hmm
But he had to always limp, and it was like very visible the way he would limp. It wasn't like minor. It was a very big limp. But this guy was bagging chicks. I've not bagged chicks up till now. The kind of chicks this guy was bagging in uni. I'm telling you, fair guy. He was a twin. I'm not gonna probably giving up his name, but you guys won't know if it's Taiwo or Kende. Hey, but
Yeah, yeah.
this guy was bagging chicks like every other week, right? And so it means that 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we're still outside at night because he has to have his private time. He's the
Yes.
Yeah.
homeowner.
No, man, I
Yeah,
get
are
that
you going
place.
to are you going
He
to knock on
deserves
the
it.
homeowner's door? Say how far, bro? One cry.
Are
Especially
you
when
mad?
the senior squatters are outside.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Be like say senior men dey outside, Rio Ferdinand Vidic, everybody dey. Now
you
you
want
can be
you want on the
Janusaj.
overdue.
You walk on, you understand, they happen. So so right from time I said, like man, I have to become a homeowner. That was like my whole goal when I was schooling. Like I need to become a homeowner. So I went from that situation, right? And this is the next situation I went to. So the squatter that brought me that like from Lagos, I came through from Lagos, right? It was the one that brought me, there and all that. Remember how uni was some, big bro from the hood to bring you because he's schooling there, kind of show you the
Yeah.
Yeah.
ropes and everything. So the homeowner's rent was expiring and he wanted to move everybody wanted to move closer to school, right? Because we're staying really far. So homeowners like, hey guys, I'm gonna get my own crib, and you guys are not coming with me. I think I've done like 2 years with you guys or so, and I've been very nice. So peace out. I'm out. I'm not renewing the rent. Nobody really wanted to stay there. So see, I'm like last on the pecking list. I'm just looking around. You're the guy looking around. Who has seen that Mark Zuckerberg video meme where the F1 racers are passing
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moving my
You're
head
just
like this, like
nodding and just
because I ain't got shit. So the guy who brings me says, "All right, man, I'm also going to be a homeowner." In my mind, I'm like, "Damn, so I'm going to be a first citizen squatter. This is
Oh
mad."
shit.
Then he looks at me and says, like, "Bro, like,
Not this
I want to be,
dispensation.
I'm going to be exclusive. I'm not taking any, like, I'm going to be celibate. I don't want any squatters in my business. I'm sorry." So the guy's like, "You're like, and I'm like, for real?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm sorry." So that's out of the door. Then the other two squatters, right? These two are like Pinky and the Brain. They're crazy people. They're the craziest people out of all like the whole set. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
"No problem, bro. Come and stay with us."
Oh, so they had their own
Yeah,
place now.
they now had their own place. I was now squatting with them,
Oh shit.
right? Now I was not a full time
Office,
squatter.
what's
office of the first quarter.
yeah,
Yeah, I was not like a full-time real squatter, take care of the house. I was the one in charge of music, play the music, get movies. We used to cook everything, bring money, drop money to chow. They wear your clothes, all that shit, right? We used to do all that shit together and all that. I even brought somebody in who then became like a third or fourth, a second citizen squatter. You
yeah,
understand? He was my guy.
yeah,
Shout out to him. Shout out to Charles, wherever he is now. That's my homeboy, man. Life is so funny the way it works. We used to leave Ilorin, come back to Lagos, right? And we used to go to like one street in like Surulere Kilo area, and that's where his family house was and all that.
yeah,
And like when I even left all that situation, school and everything, and I started working and everything, when I used to stay at Gideon Bank's place, it actually
yeah.
was a street off that street.
Off that street, yeah.
You
So
know,
Wow.
and let me tell you something. That's how my life has been. My life has been a life of full circles.
yeah,
A life of full circles. It's crazy. Anyway, so I went from that situation, being a squatter, then I left that situation, became a squatter somewhere, went to be a floater for 3 months because I left those guys because they were crazy. Went to be a floater for 3 months and then became a squatter again, a first citizen squatter. This one like very, very much squatter. Those kind of squatters that you think they are part homeowners. That's
yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
squatter I was. Shout out to my guy BD Bode Babalola, he's in Abuja. Shout out one of the early on producers, music producers. He was the one that introduced me to MI back in 2006 before MI even came out
Mm.
with crowd mentality. Yeah, he played me
yeah,
some records. And I heard MI take the last verse of one song, and I was like, "Man, who's this guy? He's different from everybody who just rapped." And he said, "His name is MI, man. He's the next thing coming out." And I was like, "Alright, whatever." And he was actually right. So shout out to
yeah.
BD. And then I went from that situation to being a homeowner.
Damn.
Yeah.
Round of applause for our guy.
Oh my God. And I remember me being a homeowner, man. I took that shit to the next level. I brought a mini fridge, like,
Yeah,
those 4 feet, like a
yeah, yeah,
three to 4 feet fridge, right? Not those
yeah,
bedside small ones, though, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, mid-sized fridge, right? With the height of like a freezer, but it was a fridge. I brought it all the way from Lagos. We're not using it in the house. I paid for like 3 seats and I sat on the 4 seats with the bus that was taking us to Ilorin. And I
Ilori.
brought it. I brought it. I had like a TV. I used to borrow my guy's TV, but my curtains was a self-con. Had my own bedroom toilet, everything set up.
Big boy.
Bad
Bought a
guy.
TV. Do you understand? My fridge was stocked up, everything nice.
City
There was
boys are
always light.
up.
City
City
boys
Boys was
in
up. The trick was,
slaughterhouse time.
the trick was, if you're a chick that I met in school and you came to my house on Friday, you're
You'll
not
be
leaving to
comfortable. You're
Sunday.
not going. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Because it
good.
was
That's
just
good.
too good.
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
So, that's 15 years ago conversation. But yeah, I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
That's
so, yeah,
good.
so shout out to the floaters, shout out to the squatters, shout out to the homeowners, right? And then like Steve said, if you're in between jobs, shout out to you. If you are trying to transition, shout out to you. If you're trying to figure it out because
Explain the transition.
whatever it
Explain the
is,
transition. Is it in context, please?
Yeah, different. No, I'm talking about jobs here, bro. Calm down.
What I said is in context. That's what let us know.
Yeah, it's in context. And
Thank
for
you.
all of that people who are also transitioning, man, shout out to you. Different kind of people
Shout out
listen
to
to this pod,
everybody.
man.
Yeah.
Not just I know we gave a shout out to people listening via location last episode, but for all the women listening to the podcast, the mom of ones, the mom of twos, the mom of threes, shout out to you guys. The single ladies, shout out to you guys. Um, everybody, man, just shout out to all my guys. The grandfathers, shout out to. There must be one grandfather listening to this pod. If you're a granddad and you listen to this pod, guys, please write in. Please write.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
please write in. Who do I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out to someone who listens to this pod. You know what's crazy? What is crazy is, and let me look for let me give a shout out to that person real quick because I think it's very important. All right, good, fantastic. I got it. I think I have it. I want to give it so someone I respect and look up to, right? Called me on the phone because he needed a favor for something.
Yeah.
And so, but he started the conversation with, he walked into the room and heard my voice playing from like a speaker,
Damn.
right? And so his wife was in the room. So he looks at his wife and looks at he said, that's Osagie now. And his wife says, I don't know, how did you know Osagie? I said, that's Osagie now. And I was like, yeah, Osagie, oh yeah, he has a podcast with his friends. It's called Loose Talk. He had no idea what Loose Talk is. He doesn't know. He doesn't
Wow.
probably know talk about that. But like, he recognized my voice, just my voice, right? And the crazy thing is that I used to go to his house, right?
Yeah.
Because his nephew or his cousin nephew was my friend. So we used to go to his house, and so the person listening to the pod, his wife who was listening to the pod, right, used to see me, and I used to see her, but she never knew I was the one.
Oh,
You
so even
know,
when she was listening to the pod, she never like drew
never
the.
knew I used to
Yeah,
come to her house,
yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah, yeah.
crazy. I want to give a shout out to her. Her name is Iwalola Shobowale, and she has a podcast called Spotlight, the Spotlight Podcast.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
name of
Mm.
her podcast.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, she's into she's a professional, not just into, she's a professional when it comes to everything UX. So UX
Oh,
strategy,
awesome.
etc, UX researching and all that. So you guys, if you're into UX and you want to, go into that light or it's something that interests you, you can check out our podcast. It's called the Spotlight Podcast. It's everywhere where you get your podcasts. Shout out to her.
Shout out to
All
you.
right,
Sis.
let's start the fucking show. What's up, Ayo? What's up, Steve? How was your week? I'm full of
We
energy
do.
this episode. I don't know why.
We
That's
do. We
good. That's
do.
good. That's good. That's good.
We do. We
That's
do.
when you remember and reminisce about moving from floating to squatting to homeowner. It gives you the enthusiasm. Of course, you have to have energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it.
You got it, bro. The week
I
was
got
good.
it. I
Lots of
got
work.
it.
The week was good. Lots of work done. Stressed, but still blessed.
Yeah.
Stress but blessed. Hashtag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's DJ Khaled right there.
yeah.
Ayo, what about you?
How-
No, I'm a walk. In this mass city of Lagos, nothing much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it, man. Nothing, no biggie. The
I do
president
you have
comes in now.
Continue.
lights? Since I go back, I've not seen lights.
What is light? I don't know what light is. I don't know. We don't in this fourth world. I don't
But they
see
said
why.
the federal government has paid for gas now. They should use the gas now to send us to give us to generate electricity for
Steve,
us.
it's like you're owing
Yes.
somebody 500K. You not give
Okay, you not
somebody
paid
after that 500K.
you not paid
You not pay.
150.
You not paid 150 naira. 150 naira. Don't worry, I'm still coming. What the fuck is that?
So what are we going to do? So this, what's the way forward with power in Nigeria? Do we have a?
It's the same way forward with everything. Like security, you secure yourself. Water, you find
Yeah.
water yourself. So electricity now, you now become your own minister of power, and that is
Yeah, everybody.
generator, solar.
Yeah,
What else
everybody I
again?
know is going almost off
Mm,
grid.
Yeah,
Just doing spending
mobile
money
power
on solar.
units. Yeah,
Steve, you're
Yeah,
saying something. Everybody's going off grid.
yeah, everybody is almost going off grid. Like, which means like just having like solar, just investing heavily in solar, so that to ensure that you have like constant lights in your house and not relying on NEPA. A lot of people have done it. huge
Yeah.
investment, and I know it's worth it. It's really worth it because there's nothing as useful like and that keeps you comfortable and at peace as like light and energy. So yeah, a lot of people are investing into it, and yeah, that's the state of the country, and that's how people are coping and going around it.
I wish people had done that earlier, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like, because it's quite expensive now.
now it's
In fact,
expensive. Yeah,
Very
in fact,
expensive.
as a matter of fact, it's more expensive now. I wish
yeah.
people had done that earlier. And I try to convert as many souls as possible. Maybe not on the solar level, on just on battery,
Battery
use
and
your
inverter.
generator to
Yeah,
charge and all
Yeah.
that. But I think, more people should start investing. It's just that it's pretty expensive now. It's
yeah.
really
It's
expensive.
uh,
Yeah.
Like if you are, you can. Here's the thing though. I think you can start from, small level, even if it's one solar panel. You can
Yeah.
get one solar panel with one battery. So that charges, at least that gives you the basic. You can charge your phones, put on like small TV, whatever, and then you can build from there. But um, consequently, what is going to happen if we continue to experience power outage the way we are? More people are going to just invest in their own power. Just like
yeah,
I said, we've done that for security. We've done that for power before with your
Mm-hmm.
generator
With
set
your
and all that.
generator.
And so innovation will lead, well, not innovation, more like necessity will lead to the
Desperate.
next
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. If petrol, if PMS is too expensive, it will just lead to the next thing. I started seeing people advertise these, power box
Mobile.
sets that
Yeah.
can,
Mobile. Yeah. Mobile power units.
yeah, that can power televisions, that can power a lot of things.
I have
And
one actually.
how many
Yeah.
hours does it last?
So I'm using the smallest one because I'm not using it. So that one is
Okay.
like it can go like 5 6 hours. That's what I'm using right now, Seth.
Charging your laptop, right?
Yeah, charging laptop and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that is what is going to happen. People are just going to buy like different variations of what you
Yeah.
have. Bigger sets, those people who can buy um solar and all that. And if that continues to happen, what I predict will also happen is people are also going to have like businesses will open, right? And these businesses will offer um what do you call it?
financing.
Um no, charging oh no, that one's done.
Okay,
Yes, that
okay,
one's
okay.
going to
Yeah.
happen.
Financing good day now.
That one is already even happening. The finance is already even happening. But like people who open recharging stations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you can go and recharge stuff like what Ayo has, like that sets
the
and
box.
other
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
People open it, and those ones, what people just
Oh.
need to do is set up solar. So someone will go set up like a huge solar center, right?
Yeah.
And then solar is the way, anyways. Even
Solar is the
before
way.
we started
Yeah.
having this issue, solar is the way.
So these
I
guys.
went to
Okay.
Obasanjo's library, right?
Yeah.
It has like an event center. There was something going on, I think in late 2022. I went there for the first time in Abeokuta, and I was blown away because the amount of solar panels I saw installed there was mind blowing. The whole car park, right? The car park has like covers. It
Yeah. Yeah.
has like, yeah, and it covers the whole car park. The whole car park had solar panels installed on top of them. So the solar panels were running into the hundreds, and I think it was powering. Actually, I didn't go to the library. This is the hotel. I believe the solar was powering the whole hotel. They were they ran into the hundreds, the solar panels, and it's like very smart from him, right? Why do I need to spend this amount of diesel? Of course, it's going to have like diesel generator for backup or whenever the power is exhausted. But it just makes a lot of sense to have solars installed everywhere. And once it's 6 o'clock, the sun is out, you are charging all through. And these solar panels can carry your air conditioner, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. I want to say something.
Oh yeah. I said these guys that I bought my own from, they have like a financing program where you can rent it. So you can rent for like
Wow.
3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, whatsoever. Yeah.
But renting it is crazy. So you have to go there, pick it up,
Pick it
rent
up,
it, and
use it,
return it.
and bring it back.
They say It,
How does
it
that work?
works. It works for them. That's I just think it's part of their package.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe you are doing an event, maybe
I think for
stuff,
small business owners,
small
stuff like
business
that.
owners, and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
And they're only renting it because people can afford to buy it. It's
People can
crazy.
afford to buy
bro.
it. It's
People
Like,
have been
expensive.
plunged into
bro, the smallest one is 200k plus. The smallest
Yeah.
one they have is
So is
200k
that the
plus.
one you bought? 200k plus.
Yeah, the highest is
That's
1 million.
crazy. How many kVA is this?
I have to check. I can't remember. I'm bad with all those stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
it's so mad that last year when power issue started, really, there's one popular brand. I don't want to mention their name. Everybody knows their own. They were selling theirs for like maybe 250, 200. But once the power issue started, jacked it up to like 800k straight,
Damn.
straight.
Yeah. And I really try to not be in a position where I'm looking for such things when the demand is really really high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right
Oh,
now
that's
buying
crazy.
batteries, buying inverters like really really expensive. And yeah, yeah,
Now so we did.
Now, so we dey see am. Wetin we wan do?
Nabio.
nothing.
Anyways, we know how our week went. My week was alright. It was alright, right? Went to my kid's school. You know,
Also,
yeah. Week was alright. Week was alright. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get into it. The most important thing, the FG and Binance.
Binance
I'm
Finance.
going to hand it over to our resident cryptocurrency, everything Web3, cryptocurrency, and DeFi. We're
And
handing it
AI.
over to and
Oh,
AI
good.
and by extension like AI as well, right? We're
Yeah.
handing it over to Steve Dede. Steve Dede is on the line. Steve, go ahead, please.
yeah, I'm here in Abuja, the DSS office.
Oh, that will never, NTA will never say that.
Oh, good. No, man, it's been really an interesting 2 weeks. The federal government has been battling with, the rise in FX, unstable price, like the stability of FX, and they've been trying so many things, and they started suspecting Binance, especially because people trade USDT, which is a coin, a Tether coin that is, how do I put it? That is tied to the dollar. Like it's the same thing with the dollar, right? And there's a lot of trade volumes that happen. We talk about USDT a lot here on the podcast. And the federal government started talking about the CBN governor Kadibi started talking about Binance. I think he made mention of
Don't do that. Don't
the
do that.
he made mention of the amount that passes through Binance. He said $24 billion or something. I can't remember.
Sorry,
Yeah,
26.
26,
Don't
26,
just don't just leave out $2 billion like that.
26
It's $2
billion
billion,
dollars. That's
bro.
crazy. I wonder how he got that number, but that's by the way.
It's Cardi B now.
And
Come.
yeah, they made moves. They instructed that's 2 weeks ago, right? They instructed telecommunications companies to ban people from accessing Binance, and but that only worked on the website because we're still accessing the app. I don't know how that happened. These people are even incompetent in banning things. Um, and they called, I think Binance engaged in negotiations. Binance even released a statement about people who were like fraudulent characters who were like really, really taking advantage of the situation and did some things on their own end. Then they were negotiating with the federal government and sent two of their officials, top officials from the United States or so, to come negotiate with the federal government. They came to Abuja, started negotiating. I think the federal government was asking for like data, raw data of people who transact on Binance. And they said, we can't give that to you. That's not what we promised our users. We promised them anonymity and stuff like that. And the federal government arrested them, put out a statement that they've been. No, they didn't put out a statement. It leaked that they've been arrested. And then the spokesman to the
Not
president
arrested.
confirmed it.
Not arrested.
Detained.
Well, detained.
Yes.
Detained.
Detained.
I think the spokesperson to the president confirmed to BBC that yes, they've been detained and said that the Binance might be charged with $10 billion for the
Ooh.
cost of for what they've done to Nigeria. And yeah, that's the state
Wow.
of the thing. That's the state of the affairs right now. We still don't know what the federal government has come out to deny that they are not asking for 10 billion. You know, yeah, and that's how it has been. Yeah, and there's also
Hmm.
moves to even ban some like the revoked BDC licenses of like the licenses of like BDC companies. They also reportedly are trying to go after like fintechs, IMCOs, just doing everything they can to stabilize the naira, which is really funny because if you want to stabilize the naira, I think the first thing a serious government should do is to improve, or maybe do things, bring up policies, make the country conducive for production. And when people are producing, what happens? They export. What's the primary thing for people to produce? Energy. We
Mm,
don't have it right now. So I don't understand why we're just clutching at straws and just going after everything than what we actually need, right? We have oil theft at the highest level, where people in the dogs, like Navy officers or whatever it is, like that, like they're robbing the country of crude oil, right? Millions of dollars daily. You've not curbed that. You've not done anything substantial to say this is what we are doing to curb that. We have illegal smugglers all over the country. You've not done anything to stop that. We have high energy shortage, which is leading to like unproductivity. There's nobody that can be productive in this country, you know, and you're not doing that. So you're just going after Binance. And yeah, it's confusing, but we're just looking at them.
yeah, spot on with that, right? Let's even start. Let's go back again to how like we are not productive. We just came from power. But let's see, guys. The amount of time, energy, effort you put into securing power where you are, eh? If you apply that to learning something, or if you apply that to doing something, you for know where you for day by now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just imagine waking up in the morning and the first thing you're thinking about is trying to figure out how to get power. Should I go and
Or
buy
just
Yeah.
fuel?
saying, yeah, just
Should I go and buy
just
gas? Like, what should I do? You figure that out first before you see that to start your job. There's no way you can be as productive as in a situation where you just wake up in the morning and there's energy, there's light, and you just start working.
we're not even talking about the
Remember,
psychological effects as
thank
well of,
you.
of noise,
It
of noise.
demoralizes you. Exactly.
I'm
It's
telling you,
just
just
Yeah.
depressing.
noise.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet. Someone said you switched off your gem by 3 a.m. and you switched it back on at 6 a.m. again. You're a wicked person. And I wanted to say, well, everybody has a right to do what they do. Is it the guy's fault that there's no power? But I looked at it again and
Yeah.
said both people are right. There's noise pollution, which somebody is pissed off about, and then this other person, on the other hand, probably has kids in the house or whatever, and needs to provide power for his children and his family.
Yeah.
So I kind
I,
of
st-
Yeah.
understand it from both ways.
I still feel very uncomfortable switching on gen in the middle of the night, right? I,
Ah,
I still
very,
feel
very,
very
very
I still feel very uncomfortable. Not that the neighbors are complaining.
highest
They don't
midnight.
complain. But that's why I ensure that I always have energy in my battery, so that at night, maybe like 12 a.m., I can switch off the gen and just use the inverter to the energy from the inverter, the battery to sleep. Like with the switch on like a few fans, and it will just take me all through the night. I still have that reservation about, because it's just too noisy. Just too noisy. Like you switch it on and everywhere is just, man, it's depressing, to be very honest.
Yeah, Steve, you have the luxury of that because when you switch off the generator, you have an inverter that is meant to
Yeah.
power your fans or whatever.
Mm,
Most of the houses, right, they
don't
are
have it.
building now.
Yeah.
They are not building. So it was when I So most of the houses they're building now, right? They are not built for like they are not built as Nigerian homes. Let me
Mhm.
explain it. Two things I've noticed. They're building the houses as if the houses are in Europe, as if Nigeria is in Europe. So they build it in a way where number one, there's no ventilation.
Yeah.
Number two, the way it's structured, the windows are very small, so you don't have like the gush of wind that can blow in, right? Or you just have you have rooms with only one window, and so there's no cross ventilation happening. Then you also don't have ceiling fans, which for some strange reason has been made to look uncool and made
Yeah.
to look um ceiling fans have been made to look uncool and made to
Obsolete.
look
Yeah.
not obsolete. They've also been made to look
Unaesthetically
inferior.
pleasing.
Oh, sorry.
Unaesthetically pleasing.
Number two, and number three, they've also been made to look um, unacceptable to a certain kind of class, right? And so builders right now in this day and age are not installing the the
The hook.
The
ceiling
hook.
fan hooks
Yeah.
anymore. Because if you have a ceiling fan, so I go to my friends' houses, VI Lekki, and I'm like, why don't you have a ceiling fan? Man, the AC is always on.
Yeah.
The AC
Yeah.
is
Or
always
how
Instead
to
of,
on.
buy
instead of the
or how
ceiling
to buy
fan,
standing fan.
you see chandeliers. That's what they just put there now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just said you get a standing fan. But
Yeah.
Ayo, the effect of a ceiling fan, right? You
It
live
goes
in,
yeah,
bro,
the
you live
span
in
is
an
wider.
African home. You live in the tropics. You should have a ceiling fan in your house. It's
Even
a
if
no-brainer.
even if you want to do Oyibo style, Abi, make the windows large enough that the cross ventilation is cooling the house. It's not the one you now put one small window. I don't even get how architects are even building right now. And this has to go to the I don't know what the Lagos State Real Estate Board, whatever it is. They need like a standard, measure of
Hmm.
operation. Look, in every house that's being built, this is how wide a window should be. Simple as that. But you see people now put one small window, they now say it's bro.
You know,
Nigeria is
so
baffling all
so that's why
fronts.
people now need to switch on their ACs because I've been in houses where once the power goes, right, the next 5 minutes or next 10 minutes, you're sweating
They are hot.
because it
Five
becomes
minutes,
hot.
never 10.
Yeah, like you literally open the windows, it's hot because no cross ventilation. Then the windows are small, whatever. So let's get back into we veered off the topic again.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
FG and Binance. What do I have to say about this? I think you've done a good recap. Um, Here's what I have to say, and this is from my own personal view. You can't fight innovation. You cannot fight technology.
Yeah.
You can become one with it, and then try to fix things from within, so to say. But you can't outrightly this thing that we do in Nigeria where we ban. The way technology and just the way innovation works is you. It's like what's that game they play? You're trying to hit the thing on the head, and the thing keeps popping out somewhere else. Guacamole. Or what they call that thing?
Guacamole, yeah, forgotten what that thing that pops
I
out every
don't.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the case here, right? So once you ban, crypto exchanges, Binance is the most popular. Once you ban all the crypto exchanges, and there are like 1 million crypto exchanges, so you're going
So
to list
many.
all of them out, right?
Exactly.
And then you ban all of them. And we've said this thing: once you ban all of them, your jurisdiction covers Nigeria.
Yeah.
It just means everybody is going to download what? A crypto wallet. You
Yep.
cannot ban crypto wallets.
It's impossible.
So everybody downloads a crypto wallet, right? Then people outside the country can trade and
Fund
then
is for them.
trade
Yeah.
P2P again. I think that's the thing is working in parallel. Oh, Steve, I have USDT to sell. Steve is a salary earner in Nigeria, wants to hedge his money against inflation or the dwindling or the downward rate of the naira and all that. So every time he receives his salary or he gets paid, from his Niger Delta people and some other people who will not be on this pod. And when he gets paid, right, immediately what he wants to do is hedge, right? So he says, I need to buy USD. So he calls somebody, in Spain. Hey, guy, sell me USDT. That one's like, oh, I have family in Nigeria. I need Naira to give them. So send the Naira to my Naira account. And then he sends the USDT to your wallet.
That's
Kaboof.
it.
And
Simple.
so and now you have USDT, and then you've built USDT to a point where someone in your office says, oh boy, I need to, I need some USDT, and you need Naira now because maybe probably want to buy something or you want to do stuff. The guy sends you Naira against your Naira account, you send him USDT. One day, everybody just opens a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group, and you guys are
That's
doing
it.
what?
Trading.
You're trading.
Yeah.
And you've circumvented and bypassed the crypto exchanges just as you bypassed what whatever came before
And
that.
what is
So
happening is that with each you know beating the system,
Hmm.
the transaction are getting out of the system. The transactions are out of the system.
Yeah.
What happened was that before we were able to use our cards to fund Binance, right? The federal government banned crypto and
Hmm.
P2P came. Now
Funding.
you're banning
They
P.
banned funding.
Yes, they banned funding for using our Naira card, our bank cards to fund crypto
Hmm.
exchanges. That's how P2P came about in 2020.
Yep.
Now you're banning crypto. So eventually, like you are now banning P2P. What everybody's going to do now is just take that P2P transaction model into wallet to wallet transactions.
That's all.
And this wallet to wallet transactions are untrackable, untraceable, and out of the
Hmm.
system. So you don't even know the amount, how much people are moving in in coin, cryptocurrencies in your own country. Is even more dangerous than what we're doing before, what you're trying to avoid. So it doesn't
Because
even make
now
sense.
people can start.
You can't fight innovation. Yeah.
Absolutely right. People can now even start doing crazy things. Can now start that thing you're really now
Crazy.
afraid of can now start
It will
working
happen
because
on a whole
because
other level.
the underworld is now trading. They are now
Yeah.
trading, and you can't track anything. So the AML, anti-money laundering, technique and strategies you want to use to actually catch people that should not be, plying certain trades, you can't even track them anymore.
You know the
Yeah.
danger in all of this, right?
Yeah.
The danger in all of this is that this whole let's crack down Binance, cryptocurrency and everything is a short-term measure, right? And this just shows that this Tinubu administration does not have a long-term strategy to strengthen the naira. Because if you are playing a long-term game, you will not be making rash decisions like this.
Yeah.
You understand me? If you know that, oh, this is our end goal in the next 4 years, in the next 8 years, these are we're going to strengthen the naira, these are the policies we're going to put in place. You're not going to be looking for one executive of Binance and now be saying that you now withhold their passport and everything. That you show that you have a long-term game and you're willing to play it. But this moving up and down shows that Nigerians do not expect anything. This is what they'll keep doing till they finish their term and move on.
Yes.
Finish simple as that. They're not strengthening any naira. It's not possible. Because if you have a master plan, you will follow your master plan.
Like what even surprises me is how you think that the performance you how do you uh peg the performance of your currency to a cryptocurrency exchange?
Yeah, to an exchange.
I'd
Like
love
what
to
is
s-
going on?
It's an
I'd love
indictment.
to hear the discussions they have in National Rock. Like how they think about it. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. How they come up with these things.
You know, so are you trying to tell me this Binance that existed since 2019 was not affecting the currency then?
No, it
Sorry,
No.
wasn't.
it wasn't
The,
affecting the rate of the naira then.
yeah,
No, it
yeah.
wasn't. Though.
But somehow it started affecting. These are the ghosts that we've been chasing. I wish someone can open a website and just do a list of all the things that have been done that has not done what, that has
Yeah.
never resulted to anything um, concrete in terms of repositioning, where the naira should be, right?
Yeah.
From cutting the trees in Abuja so that the
So that
the
the BDC operators cannot stay under the trees.
you understand, to closing down, to shutting down a platform that reports on the daily
Aboki
rates
FM, yes. Which we have
of the
like
do you understand?
we have like 10 now doing that every day.
You get somebody, the governor of the central bank of the country came out and said this platform that reports daily rates are the ones manipulating the currency.
Yeah.
Yes, now because if you have the information, you know whether to buy or sell.
To going to arrest BDCs and shooting in public,
Yeah.
to now banning an exchange, crypto exchange platform, banning only one. Or how many did they ban? I think I saw a couple of others, maybe like
A
three or
couple of
four.
others, yeah.
You ban four, but like they're like 100.
Osagie, yeah. To every bad carpenter believes that every problem will be solved with a hammer. You may just hammer, may just knock. That is what they are doing. There's nothing special at
Ban,
all.
ban, ban. I just they go ban, ban, ban. All right, though. So where are we? So where does this leave us? So guys, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Crypto exchange platforms have been banned. I hear they are banning, or they are looking. I don't know if they are banning or they're looking to ban some international uh, money transfer organizations. Like when everything is ban, ban, ban. I just they go ban, ban, ban. Where do we go from here, guys?
I don't know. It's that's the That's the problem with like Nigeria. When you're doing the SWOT analysis of this country, the economic and the economic, not being stable, means that you can't even make any prediction. You don't even know where to start. That's the problem. Like you don't even know what to do next. You don't know your next course of action. You don't even know how to think. It's just the problem we have with the country. So nobody knows what to do next. And it's sad because as a business, as a someone who's like building something in this country, you can't sit down and make a plan for like the next 4 or 5 years to say, oh, this is my long-term plan or this is my long-term projection, because you don't know what the government is going to come up with in the next 2 months or the next 3 months. The new CBN governor might come and just change something that affects your business. It's really, really sad. And yeah, I have no question. I have no answer to that question. Or what do we do next? I don't know. Even the government do not know
Hmm.
what to do next. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad situation about Nigeria. Very unpredictable country. We started seeing what the whole economic instability has started doing to like major businesses in Nigeria, where shareholders and their investments have been wiped out. MTN recorded a huge loss over
Hmm.
a certain period of time. It's affecting
Hmm.
businesses here and there, and there is no positive outcome so far. The only issue is that it seems the people at the helm of affairs are doing fire brigade approach. As they're putting out one fire, another fire is coming out again. They're closing one hole, another water is leaking from another hole again. So I guess it's this, as they say on the street, this German approach we will do for the next 4 years, which will not
Yeah.
favor anybody or even the economy or average Nigerians at all. Because it seems average Nigerians are battling are involved in so many wars from different ends. If it is not fuel you're dealing with, the price of fuel, which might get to 1.5
Hmm.
any day soon. It's
Hmm.
electricity you have to deal with. But then apart from that, again, now you're not dealing with hyperinflation. So Nigerians are really going through it, and it doesn't seem that the economic team of the president has what it takes to
Yeah,
actually
man.
stabilize this country.
Okay. The political and economic instability is cruel, man. It's cruel to businesses, to individuals, to everyone.
To
I was just
families,
thinking
yeah, to
about
homes.
we talk about this thing often. Well, when you see that and think about how people's wealth have just like vanished in the last 12 months, just because they floated the
People's
naira
pension.
like without any plan. Like you just went on air on your first day as president, no subsidy, we're floating the naira, and that led to like super inflation. People's wealth just disappeared in a 12-month period. It's this it's disheartening. There's nothing anyone can do, about it.
Hmm. And talking about companies reporting loss,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We've seen, I mean, the FMCGs have been hit
Badly.
seriously.
Those guys are going to need a
Ah,
bailout. They might
that's
need a
how
bailout.
that's how you
If the
know
federal
how
government can afford one.
that's how you know when a country is on the verge, right? Like FMCGs,
hmm,
when beer companies start reporting losses. Bro, do you understand? Like beer companies, people who
my
sell
brother.
beer are reporting losses.
Bro,
Come on,
Steve,
man.
BSL during war. There's this story of, I think it was the Liberian War. Both factions agreed that on certain days, they will go to the brewery and collect beer, and there'll be no fighting that day. So from Monday to
Yeah,
Wednesday, this faction goes to the brewery to collect his own beer. From Thursday to
yeah.
Saturday, this faction goes to the brewery to collect. Everybody knows do not touch beer, even during times of war.
I'm
And
telling
now in
you.
Nigeria, now they're increasing the price of beer.
Yeah.
The increase of
You know,
the things that are giving poor people a little bit of outlets for satisfaction. Beer, price of condoms are increasing, skyrocketing. People are okay.
and it means that if the price of beer has gone up and the price of contraceptives have gone up,
Yeah,
it also then means the third thing. Is a
they
is
follow each other.
a they're the big three.
What's the third one?
Uh if beer, you see, not big, you see, because if they are playing in the same ecosystem
Yeah, I
now.
get, I
If beer
get.
has gone up,
Yeah.
if contraceptive have gone up, what's the last one that has gone up?
Uh-uh. We all know.
Uh-huh. Uh-uh. Shout out to Peckers and everywhere else. You know, the price has gone up.
Oh, well, everything
And they will
has.
tell you, everybody will tell you, see, price don't up. Oh,
Have you seen?
yeah,
Did you see
yeah.
this Bucci
What's that
skit?
Fajo meme? Yesterday's price
It's not
is
today's
not
price.
today's
Yes.
price.
Did you see Buchi's video? Buchi did a small skit.
Yeah, I saw
So
it. I saw it.
two women are walking. One is obviously more beautiful than the other, or one is more attractive. And you now say, hey baby girl.
No, no, no. I won't take that. I won't take that.
Okay,
That's
one
not how to describe it.
okay, one is more
Use the
voluptuous than
right
the other.
word.
One is more
Uh-huh.
voluptuous than the other. And he just said, hey baby girl. And the voluptuous babe obviously thought, okay, he's calling me. And she turned around and said, no, 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 I beg, I beg. No, not your friend.
Not
A very slender bitch.
not
He's a
in this
comedian too.
economy.
He said, not in this economy. Before you tell me, say your house rent is due. No, 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 no. Call to your babe according to your account. I beg you, in the name of God. So yeah,
I wonder how
everybody
this
tightening their
Right
belt.
now,
how this our economic situation is going to affect like relationships, hookups,
it
stuff like
is.
that. You know,
It
I'm
is.
not. I'm
Hmm,
yeah.
that's a
I
very good
want to read
article right
papers
there.
on. I want to read papers on that, and I hope our researchers are at work.
Still,
Just
give me
doing
one
Well,
K five.
just.
Just give me one K
you
five.
are not just a researcher.
Is that?
You are a lead researcher. You're not just a researcher. You're a lead researcher.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Ayo, can we commission you for that for a
See,
piece?
1K5.
Can
I'm
we
on the
commission?
street already. 1K5.
Which currency is this?
Which other
Of
the
course, you
currency
know the
that me I
currency.
know is not
The almighty dollar.
yeah, it's not the
The
fair.
almighty
It's
dollar.
not the one that has hope, peace, unity, and love. Abi at the end of the no, not that one. No, 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 no. It's the green one. The green one that me I know. 1K5. I will walk the ends of Lagos, intervene people. Even the money that
No,
men give, like if you have a housewife, the
yeah.
money that men give to their housewives for upkeep, food, and everything,
Mm-hmm.
that budget don't scatter.
Yeah.
That budget has scattered already.
For people
So it
who
means
like
side chicks are going
for the
through it
Lagos
now.
men who are operating two homes,
Yes.
stuff like
Omo.
that. Like,
I think you have to
it's
merge. You have to do merger now. The two homes will meet. They have to meet in one place now. No more parallel.
You know,
No more parallel. We are all living under the same roof now. Hey, you.
funding two homes. Also, don't forget it because these are kind-hearted men. The men that are also sending people to school.
yeah.
Yes. Mm,
Do you
mm,
understand? That are paying school fees.
mm.
These men are generous men. No,
Yes. So
my heart goes out to them.
yeah. Somebody said. I don't know who said
That
it.
are paying that are paying people's rents.
This. I think Yemuli was one that said
That
it.
are paying part money for. They are paying 60% or 70% of people's cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Huh.
Yemuli said this is not the
Gary.
time to be adulterous as a man. This is one man to walk over. No, they look anywhere because it's crazy out here, fam.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I saw a screenshot of some reports. Naira devaluation hits PZ cousins on multiple fronts. Reports 88.2 million pound FX loss. Nigeria bureaus incurs 70.6 billion in forex loss. Cadbury Nigeria reports 27.63 naira billion loss in 2023, fiscal year 2023. MTN incurs 131.4 billion naira in forex loss. Earnings decline 64%. FX crisis. Honeywell loses 8.635 billion naira in 9 months. Like these are heavy, huge numbers
Yeah.
from some companies. And these companies that we're talking about, they are all listed on the
Stock exchange.
NGX, I
On the
believe.
stock exchange, yeah.
Also, I have a
You know,
question. Guys, I have a question, right?
yes, sir.
We've seen
Yes,
how
sir.
badly the economy has done, right? And
Mhm.
Nigeria is kind of blessed with some of the richest men in Africa.
Yes.
Why haven't the financial elite decided that, you know what? Let's pick one politician who actually knows what the fuck he's doing and can move Nigeria's economy forward in the next 8 years, and let's bankroll this
Hmm.
guy. We don't need to announce that we're bankrolling him. He just runs under a party and the money we are pumping it for him. Why haven't we
And
seen
but
that?
they've bankrolled and their person has entered now.
I
So
don't
that is
What
my
are
understand
you
why
talking
problem.
you
about?
So that is my problem. These financial elites cannot tell me eye to eye that this president was the best option. They believed this guy was going to help them make more money. Because you and I know in America,
Ayo,
wait, you
ayo,
Osagie wait,
ayo, ayo,
Osagie
ayo,
wait,
ayo,
Osagie wait.
ayo, ayo,
Let me
ayo,
tell you
ayo. You
something.
are missing the point. You are
Okay,
missing the point,
all
Ayo.
right.
is missing the
Because they're
point.
losing money. You cannot tell me
The
Dangote is
point
not losing
is,
money.
Who told you
the
that losing
point
money?
is, oh my God,
Okay, break it down for
Ayo, the
me. Break it
point,
down.
the whole point of the political elites, right? And these people that you're talking about
Yeah.
is the most popular prayer in Christian churches. This government will favor me.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Wait, also, sorry.
So it is not. Don't forget, oh, it is not this thing. This this economy, this government will favor us. It's not us.
It's
Not
me.
us,
If it's
me.
us, it's different. If
Also,
it's us, it's like no, this is not the right person. Then if it's
yeah.
us,
It's not a
because
commonwealth.
everybody, depending
Mm.
of your social strata or your financial, everybody must. But this must favor me. So if it's me, this is
Mm.
the guy. This is my guy.
Okay.
So
Which
if
makes
he's
sense.
favoring them,
Which makes sense. Have you also
you
noticed that
understand?
that prayer point has reduced on Twitter or among Nigerians? You know, the
Because
first
of
month of
favoring
the Tinubu administration, they said this administration will favor me and my household. Now,
them. Yeah,
everybody has left that alone. No, they go fight. They go hustle money. It's weird,
then they
man.
feel him.
So this is
Then they feel him.
and this is what the bigger point I'm trying to point here is that we have a character problem in Nigeria, right?
Hmm.
Granted, corruption is everywhere in the country, in the world.
Mm-hmm.
There are some political elites and financial elites in other countries that be like, we can't take this shit anymore. We need to hire the best man for the job, put him in that fucking office and let him run the economy and everything will be good for us. But somehow in Nigeria, it never works out like this. It's always as if we always go against the grain and do shit that's upside down. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this is
don't
what's
think
happening.
I don't think the agenda is for everyone to be like for everyone to be rich. So the idea
Oh, yeah,
of
that's the agenda,
elite,
yeah.
the idea of elite in Nigeria is to make money while people are like
Suffering.
it's just it defies economic logic, right? But that's
Yeah.
Nigeria. Like Nigeria defies any sort of logic. So look at our banks
And we'll keep moving.
look at our
We'll
banks
keep
for
moving.
example, right?
Mhm.
We have
Mm-hmm.
our SMEs like the works like the job of a bank, right? In a country where the bank is really thriving, what will happen? Small businesses will thrive because they have access to loans, capital, and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Look at the macroeconomics of Nigeria. Just look at Nigeria as a country. Our small businesses are suffering. People do not have money, right? Like we have like a
Mhm.
few percentage of people who only have 500,000 naira and above in their account. Very few percentage out of the 200 million people we have in Nigeria, right? But yet, every year, our banks keep declaring profits. Do you think it defies? Do you think it's logical?
It's even more than profit. They declare
It's
record profits.
record
Record profits
profits,
every
market
year.
capitalization, 1 million, 1 billion,
Mhm.
whatever. I don't even understand, know the
This
lingo.
irony you're talking about, let me just paint it in another picture. Nigeria at one time had the richest black man in the world and richest black woman in the world.
Yeah,
Yet, poverty capital.
yeah,
Astounding.
yeah. So
Outstanding.
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 Another thing, right? Another thing you see, right? And someone tweeted this and made a lot of sense. In other countries, what the billionaires do, right, is a lot of billionaires do. They fund the arts,
Yeah, they
their
funded
projects they push,
Research,
right?
yeah,
sciences,
Research, scientific
stuff, yeah,
sciences.
research, other kinds of research.
bro.
Yeah,
They spend their money funding a lot of
good
projects
causes.
that would impact
The
Things that are tied to
society.
society,
human developmental index,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
that would,
Education, economy,
thank
and
you.
security.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, true.
And these things that they fund would have a greater impact in the society in the long
that's
run.
it.
Mm.
What are and I know some billionaires are doing
Are doing low
whatever,
key,
but like,
whatever. Yeah.
but see, the matter long. Say for this
But
podcast,
I want
if we know if they
billionaires.
talk
No, we know if they
I want,
talk.
billion-
I
I want
talk
And
about
going
billionaires.
back
No, I
to
want billionaires invest. Our billionaires
and
invest. Let me tell you where they invest. Let me tell you the
in
two
baddies.
industries they invest in: Nollywood and Big Brother Nigeria. If you
That's
don't
it.
know what I'm talking about, you're your own business.
Just forget.
That's your own business.
If you forget
Forget
about
about
it.
it. Nollywood and BB Nigeria and the music industry. That's where our billionaires
Yeah.
invest in,
Big Brother
yeah. Which is
Niger.
about to come out.
Coming back.
Yeah, it's
And
coming
they
back
said this
again.
year is
Yeah.
going to be mad because it's going to be like influencers and popular people in the house. So it's going to be a problem.
So we'll forget ourselves.
Yeah, in a few weeks' time, everybody is
You know
talking
what?
about Big Brother Nigeria.
As the CIA dropped podcast equipment in Black America, the elite dropped Big Brother Nigeria for us to just distraction. Say let them just be watching. They will be lost for those 3 months. Let them be. They'll be lost. It's the new crack epidemic. The reality TV,
Once they drop them now, everybody go.
bro.
Yeah.
When they just show you the lineup, that opening night, when they show you the contestants, it's gone. Nothing again.
And that night for me is very, very important too. That opening night.
That opening night, too.
You know why?
Set the tone.
You know why it's very important for me?
Why?
That's where I get their names for the
And
first
start
time.
blocking
And now
everybody.
I'm blocked.
And put them in mute on my Twitter.
Yeah,
It's
brave
very
man.
important.
Yeah,
That
brave
first
man.
night. I don't watch it, at least I know Bella Naija will do, or one platform will do meet your
So
contestant
No,
that's
or
why you go
everybody
and
something.
does
take the
it.
names.
Even the platform, everybody
So I
does
take
it
the
now.
name,
Mm-hmm.
I take the misspellings,
Mm-hmm.
because some of their names are just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
very
So
ridiculous.
people always misspell them because they are not sure.
The
I take the
hashtags. Don't
misspelling
forget the
too,
hashtags.
and the hashtags, everything. Bam, 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 put
I
on
think that
boom.
I think that night I
So
watch it, so I can just be like, thank you, blocked, blocked. Cause bro,
you know.
I can't deal.
Yeah, I'm not blocking anybody, but because me, I'm not even reading about it. So
Yeah, whatever.
It comes up on my timeline. You
It's
can't
also
help it now.
Big Brother Nigeria is very powerful. Oh. It will slip through your timeline, no matter even as this blocking that you are doing. With despite this blocking, it will still enter your timeline.
No, but with the blocking, but God, one jobless boy is going to be a
Now
nuisance
here go
in
win.
this Big Brother
Now here go
Nigeria.
win. He will win Twitter account
I
of the
can't,
year. Is this one? Is
I
ready
can
now?
imagine what one jobless boy is going to do. This it's going to be. I'm going to mute you, one jobless boy. I can't do it for
You
12
know
weeks.
how
I have
you know
to.
how CNN has election headquarters for like the elections in America. One jobless boy already
Yes,
has his Big Brother Ninja. This thing already has the station.
facts is
He has like
ready.
five TV screens loaded. It's not missing
situation
anything.
room.
Situation room. Broke my view account. Not missing nothing. It's not missing
Oh
one
God.
clip.
No, I mean if I mute all the words, I won't even see you. I don't need to mute one jobless boy.
Yeah,
I
you
won't
will
just
see it. You will
see.
see the
It,
tweet.
I
Yeah.
won't.
so it will shock you that premium
I won't.
times you just drop one big one. You're like, wait, why? Premium times, why?
No, as long as my keywords are in,
Yeah, that's
my
true,
keywords
sir.
are in.
That's true.
My keywords are in. Everything. What's the room? The Big Brother room where they go and talk to Big Brother. What's the name of that
Diary
room?
room.
Diary session.
Diary
Diary
session.
room.
That thing is muted. Do you understand? Every existing keyword is muted.
Okay.
You know.
Let's see.
Steve,
Yeah.
Bitcoin is on the rise. As we're recording, Bitcoin is currently 61,729 or 25,
That's big.
and
Oh.
for one Bitcoin, and one Ethereum goes for 3,404. I believe this is an all-time
I have a
high,
Yeah,
question,
it
sir.
is.
or recently hit an all-time high. How do you feel, Steve? Oh, before you go, Steve, Ayo has a question.
Nigeria floated his own coin. What's Nigeria's coin doing, please?
No, Nigeria.
Um,
Okay, Inera is not a cryptocurrency. It's not a It's
Okay,
not a
so is that
cryptocurrency.
one doing well?
it's not
Okay,
a
sorry.
crypto.
Another question again. Our brothers in the East decided to float their own coin. I want to know the prospects because I want to support their movement. So I want to know how well that
Wait,
coin is doing. The
let me
Biafra
go and see
coin.
if the coin is available.
Thank you.
Does this happen to you? I keep getting logged out of my Facebook. Why is it
Yeah,
happening to
yeah.
me
I
all
don't
the
know
time?
why. I have to do that shit almost every day.
It happens to you too,
Yeah.
right?
I don't understand the
It's very
security in
strange.
Facebook these days.
Oh, do you have a VPN on
No, I
when you're
don't.
accessing
No, I
it?
don't have a VPN. No.
Because I have a VPN on, but it's not, and every time I have to always log in back and everything. I'm trying to look for what was the person that announced it? What's his name? That's Steve's guy. No, well, not. I won't say Steve's guy.
I
Don't
better
let me
go.
do
I
that to
better go.
Steve.
Who's that?
Don't let me do that to Steve.
the
Yeah,
Biafra
it's
guy,
fine.
the de facto leader. What's his name?
Okay. The Biafra coin.
Biafra coin.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking for the white paper.
Oh, that's on a long
There has
thing.
to be a white paper.
It must do okay.
There has to be. While I'm looking for it, Steve, since you're also our resident
Uh-uh.
finance bro,
Uh,
and tech bro, can you please explain to me why all the banks need us to go and to link our
Oh
NIN with
my
our
god.
BVN?
Oh
uh,
my god. Osagie, you are triggering me. Why? Why?
and this
Why?
thing,
I know.
this information has been CBN released that circular in December or so. So I
Yeah.
wonder why they waited for like the last week to start giving us the communication to start communicating this with
Bro,
us.
you know now. Fire brigade
All my
approach.
banks started communicating this with me since in like February, like third week of February.
They will send you
You know?
multiple
With the deadline of March 1st.
March first. It's I don't get this whole duplicity of efforts that we do in this country. Like I don't really understand. It's frustrating. I'm here trying to survive traffic, no lights, petrol, and you now want me to start be doing all this one again. What is the point? And it's
They have
not
to they will have to extend it.
bro, it's Nigeria. They always extend it. And it's not as if financial security or security has improved in the country since we started getting all these hurdles that we have to do. Kidnap is still rampant. Corruption in the banking system is still plenty, is still there. So I don't understand this whole link your name to your BVN, and like it's just annoying.
Everybody's just confused.
It's confused.
I'm
You know
not
you
even
have
going
to
to talk
do.
about the NIN and BVN
You
again.
know you have to register as a Lagos State resident too. I want to just tell you guys. So just in case there's a deadline.
There's a
Yes.
deadline.
Yeah, there's a whole website and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yesterday I had
So
the
if you don't register, what
unfortunate.
will happen?
I don't know, but yesterday I had the unfortunate experience to say let me register, and I now remember why I hate civil servants and anything that has to do with Nigeria. A process that should have taken me
Oh,
20 minutes took me 5 hours and I didn't finish. 4 to 5 hours and I didn't finish.
wait, online or you went
No, so the
physically?
online is smooth. Shout out to Lagos State for that. So you do that one first, then now to not get your there's a physical card you need, right? And you need to take they need to take your biometrics and everything. That is the frustrating
Okay.
part. First of all, it didn't start like around 11. Okay, there's no
So
lights. They had to go and bring gen. The first gen did not work. They brought the second gen. Petrol are finished. Then when they finally
Is
start,
this at your local government
yes,
office?
no, they just pick any place in your local government vicinity. So this one was in front of a church, right? And they just did it. After like, so when the woman wanted to start, there was no ink. So they now had to go to Ogba to now go and buy ink. They now started though. They did like six. After like six, printer was not working again.
Aya,
And
what
this was
did you
like,
do? You had time to do this. Like what time? Like why?
bro,
All right.
I don't want to just take reason. I don't
Here's a full
see.
emotion.
You know what happened? I couldn't do it yesterday, and I said, you know, whatever happens, happens. I'm tired. I can't do this because Nigeria will suck the energy out of you through meaningless processes and just what's all that for crying out loud? Just wasting my time for 4 hours, not doing anything. That woman did not do pass more than six people yesterday. More than six. It's just frustrating. This country is insane.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
thank you.
bro.
Thank you.
That's all I
I
can
bet
That's
what's
say.
next
I'm
on the
sorry.
docket?
Yeah, it's the Biafra coin. So I'm on Simon Ekpa's Facebook page now, and he has two posts up. So I was looking for a white paper. I'm here to inform everybody listening. There is no white paper for this coin.
Okay.
It's just a picture,
Of the coin.
which I think was developed by GPT, and it just has Biafra coin on it. Like it's just a picture. Like, do you understand? Like a picture, and it just says Biafra coin with the downward emoji, finger emoji. And then the next post on it says Biafra coin, all in caps with another downward emoji. And like that's it.
Okay. To be
All right.
forewarned is to be forearmed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I guess we're not buying the dip here.
No, no, no. We're not buying. What did you call it?
You're not buying the deep.
Biafra coin.
You're not buying the deep here.
I'm not buying the dip here. Or else you be in deep shit. Anyways. What's on the docket before we go any much further? We're talking about like the whole alter thing a couple of episodes ago, I believe.
Yeah.
And we actually forgot to, give a shout out to the CEO of SoundCloud Records,
Oh,
the one and only,
CEO SoundCloud
you know,
Records.
Illustro, aka Shegun Akonde,
Chego Akonde.
who basically, I've not seen someone as passionate about a community
That guy fought for
before.
them in the newsroom. He fought for their inclusion.
Yes.
You have to listen to this guy. Who say
If
Chego
you talk
calm
about
down.
inclusion, they should actually make Shegun like a head of diversity and inclusion wherever he works
Because,
or wherever he is, or
because he will give you the new.
because you just come, man. Osagie, have you heard about this guy? Who his name is Nivier X, the new
Who will like,
artist,
Chego, where did
like
you get this
the head
stuff
is
from? Vicky?
guy. Before you know it, Pia, don't send me
You
SoundCloud
know the
link.
waste time with the SoundCloud.
you know, and the thing is that the music will be fire.
Yeah,
That's the
fire.
crazy thing. The music was always fire.
Mm.
So shout out to Shegun Akonde. Just wanted to give a shout out then, to him. I also wanted to give a shout out to Osato Edokpaye, aka EDK. I believe he recently. I think he recently left Sound City Abuja. He's been at Sound City Abuja since forever.
Okay.
Solid guy, listens to the show, great guy. So, one of one of the young Nigerians I know that has pushed Nigerian music and just the culture forward. Has one of the biggest shows in ABJ, and very sound. With his work. So I wanted to give a shout out to him as well, just because. Yeah, what's next on the docket? Let's take it to the next level. First of all, okay, we're in music now, right? Um, it's been a year, I think over a year. Can we gladly say that Basket Mouth's Yabasi is a better album than his sophomore Horoscopes?
Yes, no. Nobody's arguing with that one now.
Nobody wanted to say back then when Horoscopes dropped, you understand? Make it not be like say, you're dampening his flow or whatever. Well, I think it's clear that Yabasi is a well. I mean, I listened to Horoscopes too, and it's actually good because the Horoscope dropped at the debut. It won't be bad, right? But Yabasi is just too good. You can't even
Yeah,
compare them.
that was really he was really on the money on that one.
Yeah. I also, looked at the production sheet and I saw TY Mix did quite a number of songs on Yabasi as well. And so he had a different feel than
See,
what Dr. Seth did. Dr. Seth also worked on Yabasi, but I think he primarily handled everything on Horoscopes.
Yabas.
But give it
It's
to TY Mix.
Yabas. It's not Yabasi.
There's an I after it.
You don't use silence. It's Yabas. It's onion in Igbo.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thank you for telling us.
Of course. Anytime.
Okay. Yeah, and you know what's funny? I haven't traveled like from state to state, not all the states, but going from one state to the other state. What is
Like me.
funny is how many states have you gone? How many states have you gone to, Aya?
Moving
Aya,
on, moving on,
not more than
moving
four.
on.
I can bet.
No,
And I can count Lagos,
count.
About
Oyo.
No,
Oyo,
count Lagos. No, you can't count Lagos now. Come on.
Can't count Lagos. Okay, so
Okay.
Oyo, you've
Uh-huh.
probably been to
Ogun.
Kwara
Uh-huh.
because you went for the Headies. I think you went for that Headies thing.
Yeah, I
I think
passed
you
there. I
went.
passed there.
Then
Yes.
Abuja.
Ogun
Abuja.
State.
Ogun
You
State
have
I
and
been
went
to
to
Ogun
Abuja.
State.
I went to
Man, go
EIC
to now.
State. I went to EIC State too now.
Yeah, I
Have you
see.
forgotten?
Oyo.
Osun State.
Osun, okay, Osun State.
I
Oh,
went to
yeah, I
You
see.
village.
people are not counting
Yeah, I see.
Abuja. He has been to Abuja now.
I've been to the FCT. Come on.
Uh-huh. Have you been to the South South?
What am I
Nope.
looking for there?
Have you been to the Southeast?
No, 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 no. I had a sit
Shame
at
on
home
you.
Monday. I had a sit at home
Shame on
Monday,
you.
and I don't
Where
want to
did
be
you do
caught in
your? Where did you?
crossfire.
Did you ever do youth copper?
Yes, now
Where did you
I
do your
did.
youth copper? In Lagos.
No,
Shame.
the hinterland of Ogun State.
Did,
You went to Ogun
Me.
State again to do NYC.
you did,
Come
you
on.
did 3 weeks there,
Yeah, I did 3 weeks there now. Then I
but
walked
you
in
left
Lagos,
after. Yeah, you
bro.
worked in Lagos.
Bro,
Go
I
and
don't
teach
like
some.
Nigeria like that.
Go
I
and
don't
teach
like Nigeria.
go and teach some young students in Ebonyi.
No, no. I wanted to actually go to Calabar. I was hoping they'll say tell me to go to Calabar, but they gave
Why?
me Ogun State because Calabar is a very tourist, it's very cultural
Why is he
state.
even just saying Calabar? Why aren't you saying the states?
No, no, no. It's
It's
Calabar
class
itself.
to go to, not
Itself.
river.
We want to go to and see
Not cross river.
we want to see the Christmas carnival, Tinakpa. That's what we want to go for the culture. For the culture,
Yeah.
that's what we want to go. Yes.
You
That's
know.
all.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I've even forgotten what I wanted to say.
See how
See
you're
now.
moving from state to
No,
state.
it's basket mount here. We're talking about Yabas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So in Yabas, right? In Igbo language, in Yoruba
Yeah.
it's Albosa,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
And
Yeah.
then in the north it's Albas, and they are
Yeah,
all
boss.
similar.
They're all
So one thing
similar.
I've noticed is as you move from one place to the other place, the language changes, but they are in their intersections, right? You kind of hear both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at Owo and I was, connected to Benin. And the Yoruba they were speaking in Owo, they were speaking Yoruba, but they were speaking it with the intonation of
Of the
like you
Edo
were speaking
State.
Benin.
Yeah.
Bro,
It was
like
mad.
anytime someone was, it was like it was like I was losing my mind. It was so good to like it was very fascinating for me. So they'll be speaking to me and I'll just be and they might ask me a question and I might just I wasn't concentrating because I was just listening to how they were speaking and I wish I recorded it. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Bayo. He actually let us stay at his family house. Me, a friend and I had to be there for about 2 weeks or so. and it was
so
very
were you squatting for 2 weeks or you're floating for 2 weeks?
uh we squatted for 2 weeks, you
Okay,
know,
okay, awesome, awesome,
and they
awesome.
gave us a house to stay. This was a long time ago. This is like 2008 or so, and
Yeah.
he gave us a yeah he just connected us with his family. So there was like a family house, and this was in like Owo, right? So it was um not in town. It was actually in a very rural area. So where we even stayed, the the upstairs we stayed in a one story building, right? And upstairs where we stayed was made of wood, so we're literally walking on wood.
Okay.
And but he linked us up, and I was very very grateful. So anywhere you are, man, Bayo, aka Evidence, was a very good friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. Not talked in a minute, but I just wondering if you're listening to the podcast, shout out to you. I love you, bro. All right, man. We're in music. Ayo, give us what is happening in music. We're not talking about paving the way or whatever anymore. We
There's
want to
nothing
talk
happening.
about
What's
really
happening in music?
good music. There's nothing happening in music.
No,
Nothing.
none I know of. What's
No, but
happening in music?
what's this conversation about the quality of the product this year, the quality of music this year? People have been saying it's shade. Like there's been the commentary on Twitter.
Oh, and the Amapiano
What are
thing.
what's your take on it, Ayo? I've never even asked you. I forgot
Okay,
to ask you in the group.
we are still early in the year. We are still in March. I think people are just still coming down. I don't know why. I can't say that the music has been trashed so far because a lot of young artists are dropping fire music that might just go below your radar if you only listen to certain playlists or you listen to radio, if you still listen to radio or TV or watch music videos on TV. But on top of in the mainstream itself, there hasn't been a lot of great output, and I think it's because a lot of artists are not yet ready to drop what they have in the first quarter. So maybe second quarter, third quarter, we can now see them coming out. Ashake has dropped a music video. Some people are saying they don't like his recent songs, and I heard he's recording like mad. So we're looking at second quarter, third quarter. Davido too is also doing things. Whiskey said he's recording too. So the big guns obviously are not coming out first quarter, definitely. So second quarter, third quarter, we might not see the tempo, we might see the pace that we're looking for in the Nigerian music industry, and now able to now decide whether this year is going to be dope musically in terms of the mainstream. But there are a lot of dope artists who have dropped new songs in the first quarter, and if you dig deep enough, you find them. It's no issue. The second one is the Amapiano thing. Nigerians are saying on Twitter saying they're tired of log
My
drums.
opinion is too much. Yeah.
And I'm saying welcome because me, I cried about this since 2 years ago because I felt that a lot of artists were using it as a cheating formula and they didn't really know much about
Yeah.
the genre of music. And now people are getting fed up. And now people are now clamoring for a new style of music. Apart from that, there are even certain DJs in Nigeria that are saying that they're tired of hearing Amapiano in the clubs. When you go to
Yeah.
a club and 2 hours straight they're playing Amapiano. Bro,
Reminisce.
for me, 30 minutes, play the fire songs, play the 30-minute Amapiano bangers that will rock. After that, please go back to
Move on.
Afrobeat, normal Afrobeat proceedings. You're not trying to impress Nelson Mandela. You're not trying to impress Jacob Zuma or Thabo Mbeki by playing 3 hours of Amapiano. I don't know I don't know who that is appealing to. So please let us go back. And that, if you notice, it has affected the number of like club singles Nigerian artists are producing that are not Amapiano driven. If most of the times when you go to the clubs, right, and you want to hear like club singles, dance singles, the DJs are doing throwbacks because the new cats are not dropping club singles. It's either they're dropping all those are mid-tempo songs or they do their Amapiano thing, which is boring at this point. So we are begging Nigerian producers, please, you guys should come and do an extraordinary AGM, annual general meeting, and say, please, oh, lock drum with bandit. Let us go and find a new sound because Nigerians are tired. Yeah, so that's what has been happening in music. Basically, Rema performed at the Brits, first Nigerian artist to perform at the Brits. Shout out
What's
to
up?
him, paving
The
the
Brits
way.
Award.
Yeah, Brits, not
Yeah, the
Mobo. I thought it was
Brits. Yeah,
Mobo.
yesterday.
It's the Brits.
Oh, Brits,
Shout out.
Brits. Sorry.
Yeah, Brits. Yeah,
That's
so
bigger now.
yeah.
Brits is bigger.
Oh yeah, that's their Grammys there. So
Brits
yeah,
is white, white Brit,
that's
white
that's
Britain.
that's basically
And
using the royal family.
I saw
Yeah.
I the fuck. I saw Rai, perform. I watched her performance, and I saw she won I think 3 or 4 awards.
Six,
And I'm
six
just thinking,
Mm.
oh, she won
record.
6.
She's the record holder now. She has won
Do you
six.
understand?
Nobody has
So
won
she won
six.
6 awards, and you know the crazy thing,
Yeah.
the album is not nominated at the Grammys.
At the Grammys.
And that's UK America is different now. We don't like it in America. It doesn't mean we don't like it in UK. But you know I don't like the
No,
Brits. You know I don't like the
why?
Brits.
Why?
Craig David was nominated like 6 or 7 times, and they never gave that man an award for that fantastic debut album till
Hmm.
today. That
That
was
He
a
was
album.
that was a
he was
crime.
then he was too urban. The British weren't used to like urban music at that time.
Uh, that
That's
guy,
what I felt.
they should give him a lifetime achievement award just to compensate
Yeah,
him
just
because
for that
bro,
album.
that album is the gold standard in terms of British R&B. Is the gold standard anyway. Yeah. So
Shout out to him.
what else again? Iblis has dropped a new album. I haven't heard the album though. I have to listen.
Yeah,
I have
see
a
the
problem.
Kai.
Yeah, I have a problem with my DSP. I don't know why. Something wrong with it. So I'll
Please
get my
get in.
hands on.
Whoever you want to name the DSP so they can get in touch. You are a music connoisseur.
No, I just go to the DSP that pays me. I won't go to this other DSP. I just the one that gives me money. I'll go and I just go and register jelly, please.
Ashiri, Ashiri,
Yeah,
Ashiri,
I go where where
Ashiri.
where, where I'm paid. Thank you. No more free service again.
Shaman.
AOT2 and the 2 is for 2 more.
That is such a
Shout out to
local hailing.
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
local hailing. A local
music
hailing.
wise
You know how in local hailing, you know how people will twist your name.
or
You
more
know,
they'll do it
instead
now.
of
Yeah,
saying mode 9, they'll say 9 mode,
or
9 mode, Baba,
Modinine.
Oh, 9 mode, Baba. In other news, in an interview, I believe with Billboard, Fireboy says the
Oh my
genre
lord.
he makes is called Afro Life.
Mm,
Afro Life.
So
mm.
it can either be incredibly great, right? Because here's the thing. Here's what I feel. Like anybody can name anything.
Oh yes,
It's like
definitely.
how Fela said, "Oh, my style is Afrobeat," and it was never named before, and everybody would have said, "No, your style is jazz or your style is high life. Go and sit down." Right? I believe everybody. So it can either be incredibly brilliant or just incredibly stupid.
But you know the thing
There's
about
no middle
names.
ground there.
You know the thing about names.
You know?
Two things first about all these
Yeah.
naming of genres. This generation is not like the first to do it. Our predecessors were worse. You know, back then you could everybody came out with his own new
People have
sound.
been naming things
It's
forever. So I
Nigerian
think they
artist
should.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Secondly,
cut. Yeah, go ahead.
secondly, when you want to name a genre of music, whatever sound you are bringing has to be mad. Afrobeat, mad. Afro juju, mad. You cannot give me a derivative of 2000s Nigerian R&B, mostly phase, and now say you are doing Afro life, bruh. Come on, just say you are doing Afrobeat R&B or you are doing Nigerian R&B. It's fine. See, Fireboy. In case you don't know, you've already made your name, bro. You've made your first album already made you. Your first two albums already made you. Peru and Bandana secured everything. It's fine. There's no need to show that you're different from the pack. We know. Please, this thing of going outside of the country, talking to foreign media, and you want to shit on Afrobeat, please let's stop it. I know Afrobeat is not the most perfect name for what we are doing in Nigeria, but the horse already left the barn. It has even left the farm. We can't call it back again. Let's just go with the flow. If it is giving us a million jobs, let's appreciate it. There are people who eat off the name of Afrobeats here in Nigeria, who are not artists, who are not singers or anything. But because they're professionals, and that thing has opened doors for them, international doors for them. Please, I'm begging in the name of God. This thing that everybody wants to be like, nah, I'm different. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Fireboy, you make great, amazing R&B music. Let it just stop there. The Afro lights, Abi, Afro. You wanted to say Afro High Life on his last album. He had like Afro High Life or something like that. Some weird name on his album, Afro High Life. Now he's coming up with Afro Life. Please, Fireboy, take it easy. We're begging you. Everybody, take
He's
it
been
easy.
he's been quite consistent with it though. Even before the interview with Billboard, he has tweeted about this a few years ago. He's really stuck on making it, and I feel like everybody should be given like the creative license to play around with things. The problem is that because you're in the public space, especially like social media, people can have immediate commentary on it,
Yeah.
right, and feedback on it. But like we don't know what he's playing is in his mind, and he might eventually get there. So I don't like to
Let's wait and
stifle
see.
people. But we just have to say it's right now, Fireboy, the kind of music you're making, right, is Nigerian R&B.
Bro,
Like let's
bro.
It's
you-
Afro
you-
Life.
and see, Apollo is one of my best albums. See, Fireboy's writing is impeccable.
See,
After
he's an album
Tears
artist.
and
We all know.
Goosebumps is
It's an
what
album art.
everybody likes, And you said,
I said he's an album art. Like he knows how to make
He
albums.
knows how to
So
make
like,
good
but
albums.
yeah, yeah, Apollo. The writing is impeccable. The album before, Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps, writing like this guy
He
is an
gets
artist,
it.
he's
and
up
Yeah.
there.
yeah. But
He has he
bro,
has he has he has the best album from the new acts now.
No, he
yeah,
doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
who has the
I
best
can't
album?
He
count.
has better albums than Omale. He has better
Who
albums
is
than Rema.
who is
He
Boy
has
packing?
alone.
Who is packing? Who is packing? Who is
Boy
he
packing?
alone.
has
Like
better.
no,
So
from
just
this.
Boy Alone. You just mentioned one album. We've
No,
mentioned two
please.
for Fireboy.
It's album
Let
for
me ask the
album.
question.
Okay.
Wait, let me ask the question clearly.
Okay, please.
Out of the new cats,
New Cats.
The new meow.
right? Who has a better discography than
Oh,
Fireboy?
man, now is it that? Now that's a better question. That is a
That's
more
what I
better.
was trying to like.
Okay, okay. It's
That was what I
Fireboy
was
now.
trying to say. Yeah.
Fireboy
Yeah,
now. Fireboy has bangers now. Yeah, yeah.
Fireboy is packing. It's
No, it's
packing.
packing. It's nasty.
Okay.
It's nasty. That one is not anything. He already has 3 albums. He's like a vet already in the area of new cats. He's like a vet already,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, it's Fireboy. Fireboy is way ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whose albums am I looking forward to? Definitely looking forward to like Ira Star's next project.
Or dropping
Uh,
this year definitely.
yeah, I'm definitely
Change.
looking forward to. I'm looking
Sabi
forward to
girl.
Tyler. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tyler's project as well. That's another person I'm a fan of, just because of how like she writes music. She just writes
Yeah.
pop music.
Guys, we've forgotten something
Yeah,
very
that's true.
important. We've forgotten something very
Yeah.
important in music that happened
hmm
this week. UMG Maven.
The big
Damn.
one.
Big one.
The big
The
one.
big
When you said
one.
I start, I
The
just
big one.
clicked. The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big one.
A big shout out to Mr. Michael Collins.
Yeah, done
We
by the
have to.
J.
We have to talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about him in the last episode, right? It's
Yeah,
been it's been 20 years since they launched.
Yeah, exactly 20 years. Yeah.
Since he came into the game. It's 20 years.
That
Mohit.
reminds
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That reminds me a
20 years.
video.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
art? Oh God, 20 years. There's no article. There's no.
Don't worry. Instagram
What's
Reels
happening to?
coming. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No,
Instagram Reels.
Aya is going to
No, no, no.
deliver it.
I'm going to do
How you? I'm not
article.
talking about.
I'll
I'm
do
not talking
article on
about you. I'm talking
Instagram.
about like mainstream,
No, bro, mainstream people forget.
right? Like,
Mainstream music is dead. Forget. Music writing
yeah,
is almost dead. Almost
So
dead.
no,
we have to acknowledge, and I believe we've acknowledged it on this podcast. And when we say this because it's a shared problem. Media in Nigeria is in a state of emergency.
Yeah, Code Red. Code Red.
The fourth estate is in a state of emergency. Media
Yeah.
is in a state of emergency.
Yeah. The writing is not, or the coverage is not at the level it should be. Especially at the
it's not
time when,
extensive. It's not
yeah, where
comprehensive.
Afrobeat is now like hot cake in the world, and you look at what we are being offered or what we are being given, it's crazy. I was thinking the other day, look at the last 4 or 5 years. See what hype men have done to Afrobeats. Like the impact they've made.
Yeah,
They are now an essential part of the ecosystem.
Hmm.
I might not be surprised if there's no article out there on hype men. The ones that you chronicle hype men, the beginning, speak to people like Special Ed, then how he moved into the clubs, the different parts of hyping right now, how DJs cannot even go on stage if they don't have a hype man with them, what it means, what is not the future of hype men? Are they going to start releasing albums? Are they start going to releasing albums and pushing themselves out like artists, which a few of them have started doing already. Speak to Goya Menon, how he was able to crack, worldwide fame and popularity of doing that. But, bruh, everybody wants to just write that this person was the first person to do this, and you know, it's just crazy, man. The writing can be a whole lot better, the coverage can be a whole lot better.
Yes, and please, I hope as we are speaking, people listening do not feel that we are dumping in
we're
what
inspiring.
you
We're
are
trying to
doing.
inspire, not to condemn,
Not
not
even
to
inspiring.
undermine anybody.
My brother, you want to inspire with mouths?
Yeah, that's another
They're
one.
not equipped.
That one, the
They're not equipped. Where are the editors? All of three of
no,
us
it's true.
literally works in media. We don't work there anymore. We don't work in media anymore.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So people have to be equipped financially, training wise,
And
you know,
leadership. Yeah,
leadership, skills acquisition, a lot of things. And that's
Yeah,
why it's in a state of emergency, right? It's broken. And so you have people who are ready to execute, who are like, ready to go, but don't have the required tools, and everything now is optimized for what is optimized for money. You want to go and chase a story that your guy will say, you have to go and do this coverage. There are the people that are going to pay us money now.
Yes, no.
You understand? Or do you want to go and when last, bro? Look at it this way: how many investigative reports do we have in Nigeria? For a country like Nigeria, as big as it is, with all the institutions, with everything, right? How many investigative reports get published in a year? Do you know that? Do you know that if you plant one person in every agency in this country, that is one investigative report per agency?
I swear.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Look
Yeah.
at what and shout out to
Besides.
Fisaya Shuron, but I always give him a shout out. Shout out to what's the name of his platform again? Um
Foundation for Investigative Journalism, FIJ.
FIJ, and what he's doing there. Look at the story he recently uncovered. It
Major
has
story.
rattled and shaken, you know, different corners.
Yeah.
It's got people rattled to the point where the primary subject in his investigation is even now doing counter PR.
Yeah. You guys
He's doing
paying
listicle.
Twitter influencers. He's doing listicle.
Papa, you do listicle.
Do you understand? There's a whole list that has gone out on him.
Yeah.
I need to read it. I was not paid for this. Oh, my WhatsApp is closed. Sorry, guys. Do you
Okay.
understand? But like that is so. Imagine you, media houses planting one person in every media agency. At least there are 2 investigative reports
Yeah.
per agency. Do you know what is going on in NTA? What is going on in NIMA? What is going on? You understand? All these agencies,
Yeah.
bro, the rot.
They will.
But can we afford to do it? We
We
can't.
can't.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
We can't.
The business model is
One
not
of,
even there for you to even do it.
yeah, one of the things, or one of the ways we were able to do like what we were able to do back then, right, was that we knew that we could face the consequences.
Yeah.
And what was the consequence? Burning relationships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
I won't even say burning relationships. So supposedly burning relationships, because guess what? Those everybody you still report about or whatever, they still end up being your friend, or you
Yeah.
still
Yeah. Yeah.
have
Yeah.
relationships with
Yeah.
them, etc, right? But I had a lot of people when I was doing investigative reporting in the entertainment space reach out to me and tell me, "Oh boy, if you say if you write this thing, no more, this person if he no call you again for an event, oh."
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand. What's my business with event? Let's get this thing done.
So
Because I knew at the end
you know
of the
why?
month, I was well paid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
need
you know
any
why that person
handout. I
said
didn't
that?
need your
Yeah,
handout.
because events are the bread and butter of journalists, and if you don't come to events, you're
The
gone,
journalists are
man. Guy.
going. The journalists are going.
Sir, the journalists are going. Okay, tell them. Please tell them to me.
So, and I also knew, right, for all the people I worked with when I was in media, when they reached out to people above me, they would tell me, they will pick up the phone and say, "Oh, he's doing that story. Really? He's writing it? Okay." And look at me and say, "Make sure you complete that story."
That's it.
One time.
Yeah.
One time.
Right? There's a very popular hip hop artist, my friend today. He wrote to my boss.
Yeah.
When we were at pause, he wrote. My boss forwarded me the mail. He wrote, "I don't think you should your reporter should be writing on stuff like this. This is not how blah blah blah." Wrote a whole email. He forwarded. I read the email like this. So
Yeah. And that's the importance of editors who know the job.
so people like Fisayo, people like David, it's a lot.
Bro, it's a
Have you
lot,
noticed that 2 of them are writing outside the traditional print media setup?
Mhm.
Because nobody can, it can't just work.
It can't work. Yeah.
Imagine Vanguard pushing out something
Story,
about customs.
the Fisayo story is not getting published on any local newspaper in Nigeria.
Never.
Nope.
Never.
Relationship is too much.
Nobody's signing off it.
Because the editor in chief doesn't want to burn his pipeline to Aso Rock.
Yeah.
He's not going to
Sure.
risk that for you. Basically,
And
what
so we have a
Nigerian
problem.
media
And I'm not
houses do.
blaming anybody here. We
No, it's
already know what
general.
the
Yeah.
Is
underlying
the system?
problems are.
Is the
It's
system
the
now?
system.
See,
So
80% of what we see or read in newspapers are press releases. That's what we see. They are press
hmm,
releases. There's nothing gang insightful or anything. It's just the way it is. And you can see how it has affected writing. I remember back then when we started, you write an article. And then you look at your article, say, go and write it again. It's just from the first paragraph. You go and you write it right. You write article 4 or 5 times. Your head will boil. Your head will be boiling.
I wrote one 2,000 worded article. I was feeling myself that day. I wrote it on deadline day. Sent it to him like this. Said, "That's not what I asked you to write.
Oh
Take it away."
shit.
I went for a long walk.
You go smoke? Yes or
I
no?
went for a long. I went for a very long walk because I was just like,
This
how am I going?
life.
He is beautiful. You know, before I sang Super Story. Shout out to Essence wherever she is. Shout out to Essence. You know, we've been talking about Kenny's music, everything.
Essence
Essence
too.
was
Yeah.
yeah a great person. Shout out to Essence. Dropped 2 really good albums on under Kenny's music
That's
back then.
true.
You know, see, Kenny's music is still the best though. If I
OGs.
want to pound
I won't say
labels,
the I won't say the best.
I
Kenny's music is
will.
the Kenny's music did not have a 20-year run now.
No, they
Hmm.
didn't.
And
Yeah.
who are the 20-year on?
I
Premier
know
Records.
I know Mohit and Mavin is not the same thing,
Is
but
there are
they all
different
start
things
from
to do
M.
that. Don't do that. Don't do
Okay,
that.
no wala, no
No,
wala.
no,
All right, no
no.
problem.
I'm not going to agree.
Mavin is
Even
how many
that
years now? It's 2012, right? This is how many years now?
12
Maven
years.
is
It's 12 years. So they're going
okay.
15. How many record labels in Nigeria did 15 years at the top?
You just said they are going 15. You just added 3 years.
No, with
I said
Universal.
they're
With
going. They are
Universal,
going
they'll
to
do three.
15.
With Universal, they'll do another three easily.
Kenny's music did what? Kenny's music did 99 to what?
How did the
To
2.0 era? I
So
think it ended after the
2000
2.0.
and eh?
It's
to
2012.
20.
When did Goldie
No,
die?
no,
Because I felt like
no,
when
not
Goldie died
12.
was like the
It's
end.
not 12. No, they still had what's his name? They still had
Two Face Junior.
Wait,
don't fucking
Godi died. Godi died. The
I'm trying
Kenny's
to
music
remember his
artist.
name.
and I
I'm
don't
trying
want
to
to fuck
remember.
him up like that.
The Godi died. Kenny's music artist.
Yes, now.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did. She
okay.
did. She did.
Uh-uh.
What's that guy's
Now
name now?
chasing the car, Kenny Ogungbe's car.
What's the name of what's the name of that guy now?
Joel.
Joel. I think it was Joel. Yeah.
Okay.
Joel was like their
The
last.
last,
Joel was
that's
like
true.
14 or 15.
I would even say yeah, like he dropped the album, his debut album in Timeless. He dropped it in 2015.
Yeah. I think
He
that's
dropped it in
about it.
2015. Yeah,
I think that was
I
about
think
it.
you think that's about it.
So when did Kenny start? 98? 99? Because Baba Keke is calling it
Officially, I'll
1999.
give you that 99.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think 98. Sorry, because what's the name? You know, when we talk about like all the Tony Tetwila plantation boy, the Tony Tetwila remedy starting. Kenny, what are their names? These guys.
Who?
Oh my God. Casey Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did they do that remix of Baba Eshe O Baba? Wasn't that 97?
No, no, no,
97,
no, no, no. They came after. Remember,
Easy fresh. No,
they came into
now
the reality show.
they
They
come
came
through.
into the
They came
competition.
through
Oh.
the star. This
What
thing
year was
now.
that? What
They
year was
came,
that?
that was after Kenny's now. How about
That was like 2002, 2001 or so.
Star Mega,
When did
Star
they
Quest,
win?
Star
Star
When
Quest?
did they
Quest.
win Star
When
Quest?
Asha
Okay, they
finished
won.
second or third.
Fair enough. They won
Yeah.
Star Quest in 22 and
Yeah.
2002. So that's when they dropped the album.
2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. 97.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So 2002. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
dropped the remix of Baba Eshe O Baba. They did the slow down version.
Yeah.
It was dope. Okay. So let's say Kenny's music 98, right?
Yeah.
So Casey has done how many years? Oh, man, come on, man.
98 to
Casey say
2014. 98 to 2016 is how many years? Or
hold on.
18 years?
That's 18 years. Yes.
They tried now. They tried now. They
They tried
tried.
though. That one, they tried though.
That's a strong one.
They tried though.
Strong.
That's it matters. And you know why I respect their run?
Why?
Kenny's music still has the most catalogs.
Yeah.
The most like the biggest catalog. It still has.
Like
And I'm not talking about catalog the they acquired though. Like
Okay, like
Wait,
the one they oversaw.
how about those foreign labels that came to Nigeria in the 70s and 80s?
no, I'm not talking about those ones.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
talking
just
about like
okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's do
Kenny's Music released 81
albums.
projects.
Damn.
Yeah, their catalog is because for every album they always put the catalog number. So and Joel's one is the last or the
Mm-hmm.
most recent. Let me put that, not say the last, the most recent, and it's Kenny's Music CD 081.
God damn.
Mm.
So 81. Do you know what 81 is?
Mm.
The
81
Chocolate
projects.
Music once claimed that they have the biggest catalog in Nigeria.
No, no, they bought catalogs
Okay,
then.
they bought
They
catalogs.
bought
Okay.
catalogs then, yeah.
81
Osagie, why
projects.
didn't you respond to that? You made
Ayo
a.
responded to
I
it.
responded on his behalf now.
Thank you
Oh,
very much.
okay. All right.
81 projects.
But can we
81.
so
This
we
is
can't
crazy.
so we can't
This
merge modes and moving.
Think about it.
Yeah?
81. Do you know how many artists are under Kenny's music? I don't even think there's a Wikipedia page that names all of them.
No, not all of them. Because they
What's the
sounded
name of the guy that sang Wamilele? Wamilele? What's his name?
something a something I can't remember that guy's name.
I'm checking Kenny's music's
Don't forget the DMX guy.
DV.
And the old man that signed with him that did the that sang
Kere no, kere, hello, kere.
yeah.
Fam, you don't want to play with the Kenny's music roster. You don't want to play with it. You don't want to.
But
The roster is crazy.
our new roster is going higher and higher. Maven Records, baby. You had
Yeah,
one
so,
day,
Mhm.
so like,
Tiwa,
no,
Rema, Ira. Come on, man. We are going
yeah,
there. We're getting there. We're getting
they
there.
had the 2.0, they have the 3.0 now. It's crazy. They
Mm,
have maybe 1.0, which was them Tiwa, One
yeah.
Day, the Prince and Seed. Then you had the 2.0, which are the Korede Belus, Deja, um,
Ricardo,
Ricardo Banks.
Korede.
Then you
Mhm.
have a what's the name of those twins? The twins, the two
That's
boys, the
interlude.
brothers. Then you
Them
then
and
had
that period. Uh-huh.
you had those ones. Then you have the 3.0, the Pose, the Iras, the Bayanis, Boy Spice, Rema,
Bayani.
and co. And then you had DJ Big N, who's also been there for you know a long time. And then
Yeah.
you had the producers, the first with the 1.0 producers, the
All
um
teams baby fresh.
All teams.
Ultims and Baby
That's still
Fresh,
there
and
now,
now
Abi.
What's there
yeah,
now?
I think Baby Fresh, one of the I think yeah, and then you now have the other guys now. You have London, etc. All
And
those
they have
other guys.
songwriters too.
You have the songwriters.
Andre
Shout
Vibes.
out to Andre Vibes. Produced Calm Down, and
Nah,
then you have
man. That is the goals, man.
the writers. Shout out to Embryo. It's been there for a minute. Dropped
Mm-hmm.
an album with Rocket Man as far back as 2013 or when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ira Stars brought that to the writer in the Maven setup.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the roster, the Kenny's music roster though, it's still a crazy roster, man. Casey
Bro,
Fresh, OGB
if
Jezreel,
if you
Tony
have
Tetuila,
to face them,
Two-Face, Goldie, Baba D, San Sultan, Kenny and Brown, Essence, you know, Paul Play,
yeah,
Omololu. Oh, God.
Pop Play was
The
there for a
roster is
minute
crazy.
too.
Yeah, Paul Play was there, dropped 2 albums there. Omololu dropped an album there. The roster was crazy. Hazardos, so many. Give us Two Faces. The catalog is crazy.
Catalog is heavy.
It's heavy. So I still put them as like number one, to be very honest. I still leave them like up there.
Yeah, but don't we progress, sir. I guess other labels will
I remember
merge.
when they did the comeback in 2010, which was crazy.
Yeah, they packed everybody then. Yeah,
Yeah. They did the
with
comeback
J1 and
again.
Co. Yeah, we forgot J1.
J1,
J1.
yeah, J1,
Minjin, Capital
before
Femi.
Minjin, before Minjin.
Okay.
Minjin now joined later, but when they did that 2.0, that's when they now signed Goldie. Like they
Yeah.
did a whole comeback. It was like Kenny's music comeback. So they had Goldie, Essence,
Osagie, we are
KSD,
forgetting somebody who was
who
supposed to be the biggest artist, Kelly
the biggest
Hanson.
artist. Oh my
Like,
God, they signed
Oh,
Kelly.
like, like play. I still listen to like play every single day, bro.
I see one.
Kelly
That guy
Hansen
was
was a problem.
Kelly Hanson.
A rapper,
No,
a
no.
badass rapper, a singer, any producer. Kelly Hanson was really really
Oh
talented.
my God, key person.
Hey,
Like play.
Ah,
Boss
my
did a
God.
full
Oh,
he did a full
babe.
Yahoo boy
Oh,
anthem. Full Yahoo
hallelujah.
boy anthem.
That was the response to this thing now. Yahooze.
Yeah. Nah,
Nah,
fam.
nah, nah. They had Kelly Hanson for a minute as well.
Yeah. Kelly.
Nah, Kenny is number one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's not a case of being sorry now. They are the
Yeah,
number one now.
I'm sorry. Kenny
It's
is
a
the
mighty
number one.
house. It's a mighty
Since
house.
1998. I give it to
Yeah,
them.
They're Maven,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously. They're
let's give
Maven.
it to them.
yeah. Okay, so we're ranking labels now, right? So you're saying you're saying Kenny's music number one, then you're saying
Yeah.
Maven. You're not saying
Me
more
too.
hits.
No, Moise. Let's look at Moise run first now.
Because the more his catalog is
See,
crazy. Oh.
this thing why can't we just call it Moise Maven? Okay, because
No, no,
we can't bring
no.
the magic. So yes, I
Because
get.
Rockefeller is different from Rock Nation.
Yeah,
I'm not the
Don't cheat
same.
now.
Not the same
No,
Illuminati now. Ah,
but
no.
Rock
just
Nation is
say,
great. Rock Nation is greater now.
Rockefeller is
hey,
different from
hey,
Rock
hey,
Nation
hey,
now.
hey, hey. It depends.
Rock Nation. Come on now. Rock Nation is way bigger, way greater than Rockefeller. Now. What are you saying?
It's true, sir.
Rihanna's catalog alone.
It's true.
Don't let's not even start.
Rihanna's catalog is not Rock Nation. Rihanna's
It's
catalog is
Def
Def Jam.
Jam.
It's Def
That's
Jam.
true.
Yeah.
No,
So yeah.
no
That's
go.
true.
Okay, so
Rock Nation is not a label. Rock Nation is not a label.
Their
It's a
label,
management.
it's a
their
360
label, their
entertainment
management,
company. It's a
yeah,
360
they can
entertainment
offer
company.
any
So
of
many
that.
things for you. Okay, so number two is
So,
Maven Abi.
are you doing Maven or Mo Hits number two?
Okay, let's do more hits now. 2004 till 2012, 8 years.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Who were the artists? Who were
in
the
that eight
artists there?
years, in that 8 years, let's do catalog. In that 8 years, they gave you Entertainer, they gave you
Mm-hmm.
Mushin to Mo Hits, they gave you CV,
Mm-hmm.
they gave you Dr. C Turning Points.
Yeah.
Those 4 albums alone, they are killer
Oh,
albums.
you've
Oh.
forgotten the Bandits
Those
first
albums
two.
are taking out like every other label's
It's
three
Mohit
albums.
first. It's Mohit before
Check out the
Maven.
Bandits first two. Run Down, Fuck You Up, and the first one, Tongolo.
Yeah, so Tongolo is still there. Oh.
CV.
I mentioned CV. So that's
Ahead.
five
Osagie, side
solid.
question. Side question.
Yes.
Afrobeats
Yes.
geek question. CV or EME All Stars?
That's a good one.
CV.
Ah, CV or EME All
Empire
Stars?
State of Mind.
Hey,
Man, one of the greatest here now.
that guy,
God.
he engineered that movement. He engineered the
Ah,
movement.
Omo.
That year, they're the only ones moving. They were the only ones moving.
I'm gonna still give it to CV.
CV just edges it. Yeah.
Yeah,
CV is abnormal. CV is not. CV is
Butiko,
normal.
Pere, which other
Yeah.
one again? Ah, no, forget. Those
Yeah.
boys were mad.
I give it to CV, even though Empire State of Mind is mad.
It was a strong one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mo is Abi. Mo is before Maven.
It depends, though, because in terms of albums, right? So here's the thing, right? From a Maven perspective, in terms of like they've done like really good songs,
Yeah.
big huge songs.
Huge
The
singles.
artists have the huge singles. The artists have also made giant strides.
Strides, yeah.
But like in terms of
Discography.
the critical
Acclaim.
aspect of critical acclaim of their discography,
That is where it now becomes
yeah, it really doesn't match. Like it's really not up there. Even though
as
you can say,
groundbreaking as the
yeah,
Mo
it's
era.
like Tiwa Savage's Red album. We all love the album here,
Yeah.
right? But critically, people have not accepted the album somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like
Even
we all
Rema's
love
first
Red.
album is not seen as a critical body
Same
of
thing.
work.
Rave
Yeah.
and Roses, right? Same thing.
But I understand though. I feel like in a few years, people go back to our first album and say that's a classic.
Open your eyes. That girl sings like she's 10 years older than her age.
Yeah,
You know.
I agree.
So give me the Maven album that you say, oh, classic. Every record label, of all the record labels in Nigeria, sit down. Kenny's Music is sitting down. Chocolates, everybody's sitting down. Say, oh, classic albums.
Drop
you
it.
can first brag with number of artists. You can brag with number of years. Everybody will
Singles,
boast
yeah.
and brag.
A number of hits.
You know,
A number of hits.
they will just say albums.
Maven does not have it yet. Apart from Red, I don't think they have
Kenny
a.
Ogumbe. Kenny Ogungbe will just put face to face down on the table.
No,
That's
just that one. No. That's the only one. Don't drop the second one. Just drop that one
you
first.
understand?
The standard.
Early version of Don Jazzy and the band, because they were the owners of the label. Two of them will be on there. You know, they are the ones representing Mohits. They will just put Entertainer on the table.
They don't even put. They don't even put Mushin. They don't even put Mushin.
No, they won't put Mushin. We've not gone to Storm Records, and I know we'll talk about them. But Sika will just put my P on the table.
Game over. Close everybody. Church Agbasa. Not even.
So okay, you understand? So what is the Maven version of Don Jazzy going to put on the table?
19 and beyond. That's the best they can. That's the best they can 19,
drop. The problem is that the album is not even up there, because the album that you're even talking about, you called it 19 and beyond. And
it's 18.
The name of the album is 19 and Dangerous.
Oh, Dangerous. Sorry, 19 and Dangerous. Yeah. It hasn't gotten that mass appeal of critical acclaim.
So which album did Maven give us that we're like, this one, leave one for him. Let's start from the first album. Solar Plexus. It's a great album. People didn't.
It's not a classic.
No, it's not. Don't forget the Prince's debut album.
Yeah. Definitely not a classic.
You know,
definitely a classic. I like your review. You go to hell for it.
Dr. C dropped the sophomore album, his debut on Maven.
Good album.
You gave it 2 over 5.
And
you're calling it good album. No?
But if you put hyperinflation in today's market of Afrobeat, the better part of this album, where will they get to? That's a strong 3.5. That's a strong 3.5. There's a hyperinflation in Afrobeat market. That's a 3.5.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So where's the album? Okay, Corridors Bellows album. Is it Ricardo Banks' album?
No.
Is it Dija's project?
No.
Who else dropped album?
Who again?
The Maven, they didn't drop an album, Abi.
No,
Maven Records, they didn't drop. When they did
the 2.0,
they didn't drop.
You know, so in terms of singles, the Maven version of Don Jazzy will put the Orobuchi on the table.
Oh my lord. That song was so big, it made a South African rapper change his nickname to that. To Mega, man, bro. No. That is a banger.
No. So
that era was horrible though. Jesus Christ.
No, it wasn't horrible. That Orobuchi song held everybody in a choke.
No, he said the era.
Good,
the era was just... You know what I call that era? Shoot. Just take your shot. Take your shot. Not even bother. They just shoot. Even land the land.
So, you know, which album are they putting on the table?
They're not putting the album on the table.
Remember, second album is coming. Don't worry. You will get that table.
And I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
You will get that.
Who else? I hope we're not missing out any Maven, because that's something we always do. I hope we're not missing out any Maven album that's actually a critically.
Yeah, so we have to think about that.
No.
Tiwa dropped like
2.0s dropped.
That's what I'm saying. Tiwa's Red, Inko. Tiwa's Red is no.
It's not a critical acclaim, but it's a good album.
Good album.
Yeah, it's a good album.
It's a good album. Yeah.
There's also Tiwa's what's the name of the album? That EP. Oh
what's
my God. No.
Sorry. The other one, I remember.
991.
You guys have forgotten that EP.
Is it 991?
Well, no.
Celia.
Sugar Cane
EP.
Yeah. Sugar Cane, that was a good one. But I'm not sure if Sugar Cane was under Maven. No?
I think she had left by then. No?
She had left. Sugar Cane is not under Maven, so it's not even there.
The Prince never dropped another album again. Yet to still drop his. Yeah, the Prince yet to drop his sophomore album. Now I'm sure he will drop it under his own Jonesing anyway. So
okay, I'm looking at their. In fact, this is good. I'm on their Wikipedia page.
Oh, great.
Okay, so Ricardo Banks Spotlight, Corey Beloved, Yanya Signature, Tiwa Savage's Sugarcane is actually under Maven. So that's a good one. It's an EP. Pose, talk about Paul, Rema. The Prince dropped an EP, La Vida.
Nah.
I'm just looking at it. Nah. Arastar EP was really good.
That was a very good one. That is could also get in the future. Could also get.
That's a good EP. That's a very good EP.
A very strong debut EP.
Yeah, but yeah. So none of it is cutting it. So they don't have a. They ain't got it.
No classic.
On it. You have in the building now. They're going to get that classic by force.
It's coming.
So as we're talking about this thing, EME is going to come out and say, hold on, guys. We can also be in
Superstar.
this conversation.
Yeah, me. Yeah, me can say,
Superstar.
should we start with Banky or with Whiskey? Which one do you want
Because
first?
EME is officially from 2007 to at least the run until Banky's last album,
Yeah, yeah,
the banknotes, right?
yeah. So they can give you a
Bank
strong.
statement. Bank
They can,
Bank
statement.
statement, sorry, bank
they can
statement.
give you. Yeah,
I said
they can
banknote.
give
I see that
you
album.
Wizzy's first album, Banky's
Superstar.
R&BW. God,
R&B,
man.
anyone. Yeah,
Yeah, they can give you
yeah,
those two
yeah. Take pop,
as a label,
non
and they can
R&B,
even give you the Empire State of Mind. I'm a
if you like
baddest boy.
everything. Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So that's EME too is
they
hot.
still have Ayo, the Ayo album that has Ojo Elegba.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy, man. How about Chalk City?
now
Uh,
you're talking. So this ranking that we're ranking, so right, we said who is at the top? Kenny's Music, Abi,
Yeah,
yes. More hits
because
second.
in terms of discography, in terms of artists, they use quantity scatter everybody.
yeah,
Okay, so number two, we said Mo Hits. But
yeah.
Chalk City is going to come out and say, why is Mo Hits there? They can be there, and that they have everything to prove you guys wrong.
And so how many classics do they have? Let's forget
First
albums.
of all, let's even do the roster. They have a mad roster.
Yeah,
Chalk
the roster is
They have a
mad.
better roster. They
Especially,
have a
especially
better
when
roster.
especially when they now
better roster than who? Steve.
especially
More
when they
hits.
merged.
Like
Yeah.
They have a
bigger
better
roster,
roster
not better.
than
Bigger roster.
Especially when they now merged Loopy with Chocolate City. That era was just mad.
okay. So Chocolate City had Jeremiah Gang, MI, Jesse Jags, Ice Prince, Brimo, DJ Case, Price, Victor Akimani, Millie, Kali Abdul and VHS Safari, Coca, DJ Lambo, CK, Nosa, Sales, Ruby Gang,
God
Young
damn.
Girl, Classic, Black Bones, Candy Blinks, Young John, Noon Dave, Major AJ. I put Chalk City as second though.
Yeah, but wait. Now critical acclaim. You can carry the whole
Honestly,
world. Now
the
let us
music, I
now.
think
Critical acclaim.
Mohit was more impactful in terms of music.
First of all, they did pop, so they'll be more impactful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Critical acclaim. Critical acclaim. Chalk City is putting 3 albums on the table. First,
Name
Man,
the three
Mohit has
albums.
3 now.
Name the three albums.
talk about it.
Uh-huh.
MI2.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Ice Prince.
No,
Everybody
every
loves
album is not
that.
critical. It's not a critical album.
Not
Osagie,
It's
let's
not a
critical.
not
critical album.
let's not write
One-
history. I beg you,
no,
It's
this
no,
not
is
a critical. Don't
Osagie.
worry, don't
It
worry,
was a good
don't
successful
worry,
album.
Osagie. No
It was
bother,
a
no
good
bother.
successful
Don't worry.
album, Osagie.
Make I talk now.
Okay, talk.
Okay, I
Make I
talk.
talk now. You know, say this critical way we dey talk now because we enter Maven. It's actually commercial impact. It's commercial and
Ah.
critical.
No, we are
It's
doing
commercial and
we are doing classic before. Now you want bring commercial impact. Now you want
Okay,
bring
so you
commercial
don't want,
impact.
you are telling me that Ice Prince is everybody love Ice Prince is
Of
up there.
course. So no, in terms of commercial impact, yes. But if we are ranking with
So you're saying that Chalk City can put Ice Prince every ELI on the table.
No, it's not a classic.
but you know that if you are doing commercial impact, then
Commercially, that album sold fire, and that album is not a bad album. That album
excuse
is a
me.
3.5.
Excuse me. First of all, if you are even the commercial impact, we are talking about the wrong label because Square Records will now come and say which album do you want? 7 million. The one that sold 7 million or the one that sold 5 million. First of all, Judokoye will say which one do you want? Which one?
twins. The twins.
So,
That's true.
yeah,
That's
so
true.
because we are doing commercial packs now, the gate has now opened up for everybody.
Record. They will not come and they'll drag Mehdi at the back.
Yeah.
Bro, Mehdi, he sang now. Didn't he sing? He was there for a hot minute now.
Okay, but Chalk City, you see the number of artists. Talk about it. MI2 on the table.
Yes. Now, commercially, can I say ELI? I agree to that one.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
They have. I'm looking for another album that I can
You want to
use to
smoke
even enter there.
Oh,
I need to
man.
enter there.
Oh, well.
Uh-huh. They have in fact they have when it comes to songs, they have the biggest song. CK's
Oh.
had they had what's the name of the song?
Love Was It.
The record now. They had Love
Love
Was
was it. Love was this chocolate music.
Yes, now.
Yes, no, it's on CK. It's on CK the first.
But guess what?
first EP.
Don't just bring out Calm Down. Man, I go fight out. The two 45 billions gang. Yeah, go fight out. Out.
Ojoro cancel Ojoro.
Ojoro, yeah, now. Where would you go?
See this Chalk City label, this Chalk City,
Chuck City is
this
packed,
thing.
sir. I ain't gonna lie.
The artist shit is crazy. Oh. How can you
The-
have MI Just Jax, Ice Prince, Brimo,
and guess what?
um,
These artists are not
and
like fluke
Simo?
artists. These are artists that are good, that have talent. That
Yeah,
have talent. So
yeah.
that's Chuck City might be looking at top three right now, man.
Okay, who else is there? Storm Records is now going to come and say, "Hey, man, Obi is big Obi. Storm is going to come and say, hey, they ran stuff." And Storm Records rap shit is also crazy.
It will come from
It's also
1992.
crazy.
It will start from 1992 first. Junior and Pretty first. Smack and first
It's
for them.
crazy. Oh.
That was Tom
Uh-huh.
Records. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
They'll say, is it R&B you want? Do you want Dari? Do you want Dari?
They had Dare, they had Ikechukwu, they had Netosi, they had Sasha. At some point, they had Two Shots. They had Tosin Martins. They had GT the Guitar Man. They had the later stage. They had Young Six. They had these guys' names? LOS.
Woo!
Hmm.
Heat.
They had Alaye.
Yeah. But
They had
that one no last now.
yeah. They had I give it to them. Oh. They also had they had Junior and Pretty early on. They distributed for LD. They distributed for Jimmy Jart. I give it to them. Oh. Who else? So I don't know. Maybe we'll continue this thing next week because we might just be here forever. All right, man. Let's read some fan mails. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. All right, this is from Mr. Fantastic. He says, "Hi, Giants and hosts." Okay. A lot has been said on your podcast regarding the pioneers of Afrobeat, Afropop, or Afrofusion, or whatever you may want to call it. The pioneers only created from something that already existed in America. The same way Fela learned to play jazzy trumpet sounds in Detroit in America is the same way those American jazz learned about his African rhythms, which they incorporated in their sound. I'd like to point out that the ship has sailed. Ever since artists like Usher started incorporating Afro-pop into their music and the surge of alternative music, there is nothing that can really be done. The African sound, which resembles soca, is now in mainstream American pop and can be stripped of some components for the American audience and the taste of the American listening ear. It will keep going on. It's similar to what Beyonce did with Don Jazzy's co-produced Lift Off. Our Afrobeats instrumentals are really appealing to the American audience, but they contain too many instruments for the typical African or for the typical American listening ear. This is why simple rhythms like Calm Down or Essence are the ones that cross over. I can only see this continuing to happen, and now we have the internet and the possibility to archive information relatively easily. It's up to the new cats to label whatever they are sending out. I was listening to Jason Derulo's new pop album. He's singing so similarly to someone like Wizkid, but now with more premium stripped down production. It looks like a SARS production or a SES or Sparks production, right? These are producers who have been giving out that alter Afro sound and tuned to the American ear, almost like they have access to their instrumental packs and no longer need an African producer to make that sound. Guys, the ship has sailed. Unfortunately, almost every main artist in Nigeria is now doing amapiano, which really doesn't appeal to American pop. It likely won't make it into the US. It's too instrumental heavy. Everything is a remix, and American pop is a broad headed monster genre that swallows any genre it deems fit and completely takes it over. It's backed by heavy funding and marketing, and Nigerian music industry can never compete. I guess what we call Afrobeats is just a bite of so many other genres as well, so it's really nothing new or special, just like Alter is a bite of American hip hop, R&B, and dance and electronic music. So they are also not really the original. Summary: Nigerian Alte sounds, save for our local dialect, are now American pop. Period. Selena Gomez will still sing like Faith soon. It's just a matter of time. Everything is a remix. The question is, who came first, the chicken or the egg? Jason Derulo or Wald? You can argue that Wald is an African replica of Jason Derulo with the dyed hair with the dyed hair and all, and Jason Derulo is biting some of his artistry back. I think this is a great observation, and I agree with what he's saying, especially when he says there's nothing really original. Because for every time people want to say, oh, Americans are going to take like this African sound and incorporate it, strip it down, blah blah blah. This sound that we are celebrating today was built off American hip hop. Do you get?
Yeah.
Like it's just full circle. It wasn't original as well. What we're enjoying as Afrobeats today is heavily inspired by hip hop music, right? Hip hop and urban music and new jack swing from the 80s. So I think it's a full circle moment, and it just shows that people will continue to art and culture will continue to be absorbed and then replicated in whatever format or whatever culture that person is taking it from. So or taking it into. So it is what it is. Do you guys have any comments on that?
No, I don't have. I think it's right on the money.
No, not really.
All right. Okay, someone says OG fan here. Um, Thank you guys for coming back. Osag said he will email if we want the maintain album. Please, I want it. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna put it in a Dropbox and I'll send it to you. This is from Tosin. Tosin says he's been a big fan of the podcast since day one. Truly appreciates our work, especially since our return, which has made him set aside other podcasts in favor of ours. My brother, I listen to every other podcast. Time day now. Time day. We only give you guys 2.5 hours or 2 hours. Time day. Listen to other people's podcasts. I beg. You guys are trailblazers in my eyes. Back in 2016, when I first delved into podcasts and searched for Nigerian content, yours was the only one I found, so hats off to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have a small piece of feedback regarding the podcast format. While I enjoy the nostalgic trips to music from the past, it seems to be happening a bit too frequently. In the last episode, for example, the transition from discussing a topic to suddenly talking about P Square felt abrupt. I believe in keeping the focus on pop culture while still incorporating music, but perhaps more sparingly. I understand from a recent episode in a response to a fan mail that these segues are unplanned and spontaneous. However, I think a bit more mindfulness in this aspect wouldn't hurt. It's not that I do enjoy these moments, they often bring back fun memories, but sometimes it feels slightly overdone. Just sharing my thoughts. Aya and Steve, what is your reaction to this reaction?
Point taking.
Point taken, we'll reduce the nostalgic trips.
I don't think we can help it. Why are you guys just saying point taking? It's not like you plan it.
Is the listener now. We have to take it. The listener is
I
always
know.
right.
No,
We're
no,
taking feedback.
we're taking the feedback. I'm just saying, like, how do you guys intend to solve this? Because you guys are saying point taking now, but we're going to do
Put
the same shit
time
next week.
ourselves. When we don't talk too much, we'll say no, please let's come back to the
We'll
present.
time ourselves. Yeah.
Who is the official timer here?
It's you now.
That should be Ayo.
Aya, they said it's you.
Okay. 10 minutes for any nostalgic trip. Anything you can say after 10 minutes, please. We are done.
So we should have cracked this record label or something into 10 minutes.
Oh, that one is
Yeah.
sorry. That was later. Sorry. No.
Or the record label thing was not nostalgic.
It wasn't nostalgic, it's facts. We're just ranking people now. It's facts. Maven is
All
there
right.
now. So any other one again.
I think that's about it, man.
All right.
That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. That's
At least we
about
give
it.
them 90 minutes today.
Yeah, we give them like 90 minutes. I think is there anything on my docket again?
Docket.
Nothing on my docket. Yeah. All right, guys. There you have it. There you have it. Don't forget to write in. Send us your thoughts. Any messages. Any Ask the Giants. Send it to fanmail at loosetalkgiants.com.
Yeah.
Fanmail at loosetalkgiants.com. Send it to us and we will try to read it on the pod. It's great
Yep,
hanging out with you guys again.
definitely.
Same, same, same,
Same,
same.
same here.
It was great. My energy was high today. Why? I don't know why.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's
It's a
good.
good thing. Is it a good thing?
Yeah,
It's good now.
100%.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's a good thing.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate. Maybe I was just excited to see you guys after a week, even though we chat, even though we chat like every day. I'm excited to see you guys.
Guys,
All right,
see
guys.
you guys
Thank you
next
so much
week.
for rocking with us, and we will see you next week.
Yep.